in the dark, looking for the perfect mark. You think you found the one, so grip the handle of your gun and move to block your target's way.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to another session of Arcana Core. I am your androgynous android game show host from the future and your game master, Nathan Blades. With me are 3 of the 4 members of Team Delta today. Unfortunately, Marcy can't make it for this session, but everybody say hello to Ruben.
Hello to Ruben.
Hello to Ruben.
God damn it. Stream's cancelled, you've ruined it. You've ruined it, we just started.
I didn't do it this time, it wasn't me.
Birthday over, Nathan went back a full year.
Reset the clock. Reset the clock. We're not done. All right. Everybody also say hi to Tom.
Hello.
There
Hi,
we go.
Tom.
You were thinking about it for a second. You were thinking for a
was
full
hesitating.
second. It's like, ah,
I legitimately don't know if I'm supposed to do it or not anymore.
no.
Okay.
And last but by no means least, we have Will in the building.
Greetings, everyone. How do you do?
Oh, yes. Yes. We have a very exciting session ahead. Thank you so much for joining me for both the penultimate session of Arcana Core. Regardless of how things go here, next session will be the final session of this kind of story arc. We might return to the world of Jungsberg at some point in the future, but it'll be it for now. So it's all very exciting. Tensions are high, and also because it's like my birthday today, and I couldn't do a thing in person with people, so I figured I would celebrate on the internet instead, because I think that's also good and important and cool. So yeah, thanks so much for celebrating my birthday with me, everybody. I really appreciate it. But enough time for sappy. The time for sappy shit has gone. Now is the time for Last Time on Arcana Core. As I scroll up to go find the soundtrack theme. There we go. Last time on Arcana Core. With the attempted murder mystery on the Elysium Island solved, Team Delta headed back to the mainland. Though not without some trepidation in their hearts. After school, Sabine met with Lucian on the roof. Team Delta's indiscretions during the previous mystery could come back to bite them, and Sabine pushes Lucian to be a more decisive leader. It's unsure how well she knows those words wound them. Shinichi, having attempted to take the reality-warping tarot card made from the nightmare they recently fought, hit Festival Coast Pier to test the limits of his newly discovered mythos powers. Unbeknownst to him, however, the card he copied was a fake, made by Geun's mythos. His attempt to wow upperclassman Maki Rahim, librarian Evelina Terpsichore, and a surprisingly well-off teenager he'd not met before were impressive, but riddled with the glitchy side effects. It may take a power greater than this to amass the money he needs to pay off his debt to the mafia. At an ice cream parlor in the Heights, Geun has a heart-to-heart with Sabine. Sabine revealed her unjust history with her parents, and Geun has a moment to consider what he should really do with the real tarot card in his possession. Lucian called Geun to a forest clearing in the historic quarter. Seeing the strength within Geun, Lucian wanted to test their mettle. Tensions flared, Lucian stopped holding back, and in the end was tearfully victorious. Agent Fields calls in Team Delta to interrogate them about how the defeat of justice really went down. The crew just about managed to hide the violent truth of the situation, but it has caused a serious rift within the group. As everyone heads home safely, Geun realizes what he should spend his tarot-powered wish on. I wish Sabine's situation with her parents never happened. And with that, we are going to move to... Oh, I didn't clean up the map from last time. I did all sorts of making sure that everything was nice and tidy, and then I didn't do that. Whoops.
Lights everywhere.
Thank you. So, I guess I should probably say that a couple of things are going to happen that don't make sense alongside stuff that we already know about the world. This is intentional, but for the sake of you as the players, if something about the world that now is true previously wasn't true, I will leave that up to you as to how your character reacts about this new information. Sabine's parents, the Kistner household, have a delightful 2 up, 2 down in the Heights. And we go there. No, that's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go, I believe, here. Here we go. Fantastic. It is a perfectly relaxed morning in the Kistner household. Papa Kistner is reading the morning news on his tablet. They have long since stopped getting the physical paper delivered to the household, and in his mind it was something of a sea change. The way that the world works is now not quite as it was before, but he's trying to be with the times. Mama Kistner is preparing breakfast. I think I've honestly, out of character, have long since kind of like lost the order of when things kind of happen in terms of days of the week. But this is the family household week pancake day. Every day, every week this day, it is pancakes and berries for breakfast. It's a special treat for making it this far through the week.
Where's my pancake day?
Every day is pancake day.
And with a expert flip, and the camera actually follows the flipped pancake as it goes through the air and lands perfectly back on the pan. Mama Kistner calls upstairs, "Sabine, breakfast ready." Emerging from the bedroom, yawning and wiping sleep out of her eyes as she's still hastily got dressed, but is still kind of like doing her ponytail up as she makes her way down the stairs. Good morning, Mom. Morning, Dad. How are you all doing today? Yeah, it's another sunny day out. You're actually up somewhat on time. Yeah, you know what? I actually slept pretty well. Oh, that's great to hear. I remember when you were young and you used to kind of toss and turn, speaking about your imaginary friends. Mom, please don't do this today. You know I like to tease. Anyway, I know if you're up this early, you probably want to get going. So I figured in case you are not going to eat at the breakfast table today, that you can have some to go. And a lunchbox of pancakes with a separate compartment of berry compote is ready to go. Oh, that's real nice of you. Thanks. And for the first time we see on camera, Sabine smiles as she makes her way out through the living room. She stops by a mirror by the door, and she takes a long, hard look at herself in the mirror. And appearing in the reflection is a face. A robotic figure. I just realised that. I've just realised that the names of these characters are not appearing in the Roll20 that is being streamed, and I will do my best to fix that. That's kind of annoying that that's not happening, but we will make it happen. Either way, though, that's why the reflection of Sabine shifts, and we see robotic version look back. However, this isn't the kind of unnerving amalgam of flesh and metal that was the Tenshi unit that we have seen throughout the adventure thus far. It is actually a bit more cleaner, a bit more regal looking, more together, with a very robotic visor obscuring the face, but you can maybe see a hint of an optimistic gleam behind it. Good morning, Lady Kistner. Are you ready for another day of adventure and righting wrongs? You know what? Yeah, Tenchi, I am. Let's face the day together. Over the course of last session, Sabine's mythos has now changed. Oh, am I not getting? Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I didn't get audience reaction, as it were, and I was like, oh no, have I lost audio connection with people?
No, I'm looking at this now. Look at that. Mordred, Traitor Knight. We see that.
I was definitely reacting, but I was keeping my mic muted for the continued cinematic effect.
Okay, cool. I'm glad it's not tech. Don't worry about it. Yes, over the course of last session, upon Sabine unlocking a new mythos card, she is no longer Nemesis, Angel of Revenge. She is now Mordred, Traitor Knight. But that's not the only thing that's going on this morning. We also move over to how Geun's morning is going.
Ooh.
At their regular apartment in Red Brick.
I had a little thing that I wanted to have Geun wake up like from a dream. And I think we see like Geun like tank top, basketball shorts, like sitting on the edge of his bed, like sweat dripping from his brow, and I think there's just like his lips are trembling, and the first thing he does is just go like, Kim.
What? Good morning.
Kim, are you there?
Kim's mouth opens disgustingly wide as you see his little like uvula wiggle with how large the yawn was.
You there? Good. Sorry, I had a bad dream. I needed to know that you were still there too.
Welcome to another day in Youngsburg, baby.
Can I go back to bed?
Unfortunately not. I think it's a school day.
I'm gonna call in sick. No, I can't. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that dream?
Oh? You mean the one where you wished for something other than yourself? How selfless. Congratulations.
Not too late for regrets, but there was just, I guess I had a nightmare. I was back in the hospital and I was trying to find Mom, but she wasn't there. Every room I checked, it was just a funeral. Just people gathered around an altar.
Oh.
Man.
Well, and Kim kind of like puts a hand underneath her chin and thinks, well, I wonder if that has something to do with your selfless act. After all, you removed a really interesting element from the story. That was so much drama for that character. and you entirely wiped it away. So, maybe there has to be some drama to replace, huh? But what do I know? This isn't a story. It's real life, right?
Geun looks at Kim and like throws a pillow at them. And goes like, "Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Trying to, what was I thinking? Trying to get some comfort from you, right?"
You fish around in your pockets, and the tarot card isn't there anymore. So, it must have worked, right?
Let's see. I get out my like secret writer phone and check the group chat. I imagine that Delta Team has a group chat.
Sure.
They got.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I want to know if Sabine's name is on there. Like
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still in the chat.
She's still in the chat. Okay. Okay. Jesus. Car gone. Sabine's still here. Guess that's good. I guess I can talk to her later. Just hope I haven't made the right. I just hope I haven't made the wrong call.
You make your way into the living room directly. Do you have control over your token, by the way?
Oh, let's squiggle around. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And your father, Delane Lapis Blue, is already in the kitchen / living room in his favorite chair. But he looks really like pensive. Like he's got his hands folded up underneath his chin and he's staring into the middle distance, and kind of for a hair of time doesn't notice that you enter the room. And considering his kind of military background, his awareness is usually sharp as a tack.
Yeah, like going steps over to the kitchen like he always does to prepare himself like a glass of orange juice and a little slice of toast. And I think because like Delane isn't like saying hi, like that's sort of like the sensory cue that lets him know like, oh, I have to say hello to my father. But like because of that, Goin himself doesn't notice until he turns around and goes like, oh, hi sir.
He startles himself. Oh, good morning, son. He swallows hard and looks lost for words, and then he takes a really deep breath and says, I have to talk to you about your mother.
Goin's mouth hangs wide open, and like he scurries like to the like this stool here, and like just sits like he is like shaking his head like, oh, you're gonna talk to me about mom?
Yes, but I'm sorry, it's not going to be under circumstances that you will appreciate.
I just want to know. I just want to know anything. You've never told me anything about mom, and I've been asking you for a while.
I have my reasons for not elaborating. He kind of like swallows You see a glint in his eyes of genuine sadness at the situation, and then he blinks, and then it's gone. I have my reasons for not elaborating on your mother's circumstances, but current events have pushed things into a place where I am afraid I have to deliver some news that may come as a shock. As you are possibly already aware, your mother is currently residing in a hospital in South Korea, in Seoul. She unfortunately has a chronic illness.
What? Yeah.
I received a report from the hospital this morning. It appears that your mother is not there.
Geun's face moves like a reverse rainbow. It's like a big smile appearing and goes, "She's coming home?"
I'm afraid I don't know where she is either.
What do you mean you don't know?
I have, I've called, I've sent emails, I have even called the director of the hospital. I've even asked some ex-army friends of mine who are based in Seoul to look into it, and they can't find her.
That means they discharged her then, right? She's out there. We have to go find her. We gotta go find her.
I will redouble my efforts to locate my wife and your mother. You do not need to worry about... Well, I suppose it's going to be foolish to ask you to not worry about it. But... And he stands from his chair. It's my pride as a father to look after you and Su-ah. And I don't want to look at this as if I have... And under current circumstances, it feels like I have failed you both. But don't worry. I'm handling it.
Geun clenches his fist, like both of them, and he's sort of like staring at his bald hands on his knees, and his mind tells him he has to say, "Yes, sir, thank you, sir," but instead he just stands up, and I guess like in the movement of him standing up, like suddenly he feels bigger than Delane is, and goes, "You haven't told me where Mom was for the past 17 years, and now you tell me that she's missing again? You don't understand. She's been missing my entire life. And now you go on and say that you have it under control? You have nothing under control."
You feel a tug on your trouser leg, and you glance down. Kim is, despite their height, doing his best to give you a hug, and is also glaring at Delane.
Aww. Dark Dragon and says it's Baby Yoda. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's very...
Delane takes your berating and says, "I understand how you feel. As I say, I am handling it. Please excuse me." And he makes his way out of the living room and closes the door. I'm sorry, Geun. Are you okay?
Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to be feeling right now. She's gone, but it just means I have to go find her, right? Turn this into... And then he looks at Kim. Turn this into my story?
Well, I suppose if you were to find another tarot card of a nightmare, then you can make something else true about the world.
But she's not erased, is she? She's just gone from the hospital. I can just go out there and find her. I believe in... You've told me everything about this is the power of make-believe. And I believe that she's out there. She's always been out there. She's not just a fairy tale told to me by my father.
And you feel that, like, within you, and there is a flicker out of the corner of your eye. Out of the window.
Oh, yeah, take a look.
Yeah. You go up to the window and you see, standing in the street outside, looking away from you, a woman in maybe her late 40s, kind of like black hair in a bob, wearing a thick scarf, a t-shirt, and mom jeans, and as if feeling on the back of her neck that she's being watched, she turns around. You cannot look at her. It is too much for you to bear. This isn't somebody that you can face. Geun, please take the status I can't face her 5.
Very well.
Until that status goes away, you cannot face down this woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's like the outside shot of like where the woman is standing, and only the light rustle of a curtain, as if someone just moved away.
Mm-hmm.
And Geun is just crouched on the floor underneath the window, out of sight, and he's crying.
Kim again kind of comes over and tries to pat you on the back as we fade out from that scene. Ooh. Ooh.
Indeed.
I made myself sad.
Own goal.
Oh shit.
I made everyone else sad, but I'm like, this was cool.
Yeah, that was great. That was fucking amazing. But oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But we're not done yet.
Oh no. It's just getting started.
We move over to Sinichi's house in Red Brick. And I might need to I need to do some map fiddling to do that correctly. So please, I'm gonna put on a vibe for a moment while you all talk amongst yourselves. Bear with, I apologize.
Could I actually ask you a question while you do this?
Yes, go ahead.
So, my interpretation of this is that this is the change in events from as a result of the wish
Mm-hmm.
can be sort of a butterfly effect scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all.
Yeah, this change in story may create some horrendous inconsistencies with the plotline. Somebody is messing with this particular story. It seems that the editors are not in agreement about what should be happening where and how.
Oh, does Geun, or like I guess in general, does Delta Team have the memory of Sabine as she has been like part of the team all along? Like, do they remember her as the very driven, slightly unhinged fighter woman with a spear?
You all, I will, as I say earlier, because in the face of these story inconsistencies, I will leave it up to you as a player to decide how much your characters feel there is an inconsistency. Sabine is somebody you have always known and is a member of Team Delta, though. That much is consistent, but other details to the story might not be.
Okay.
Okay, cool. With that, let's move back over to this house in Red Brick. Hey, there we go.
Several discarded pens on the floor, having been run out of ink.
We see Sinichi's, to put politely, conspiracy wall. Should we go for this one? Yeah, let's go for this one. I enjoy this one. So, Shinichi. Today is probably going to be your best day of making this happen. The deadline that Carolina Jensen gave you to deliver a ridiculous amount of yen sterling to the local organized crime ring in order to successfully no longer be part of the Tolado family is an overwhelming task. But you have the power of Professor Moriarty on your side. It's going to take some planning, though, to be able to actually pull this off. A number of questions need to be answered. And, well, if you can't answer them, you might have to take a very long trip on a freighter out into the middle of the ocean. And who knows what might befall you out there. For this sequence, I will give this up front, and then we can kind of like work our way through in narrative. There are a handful of questions that I will pose you. They are in a specific order, so I'll be asking them one at a time. You can answer them, whether it's information that Shinichi knows as a character, whether it's something that you know as a player, or by rolling and intuiting that way. You can answer these questions however you like. However, rolling and failing rolls will increase Shinichi's stress. Shinichi will take stress as a tag. Reaching 6 stress will be very, very bad for you.
Write myself out of the campaign having had a heart attack on. It's full Darkest Dungeon.
So the first question that you'll probably need to answer in order to puzzle out the solution to this. Oh, you can also wander wherever you need to as well. If you need to travel to different locations and ask specific people, you can to be able to answer these questions. But the first one is, well, what causes a fictional object to become real without active belief? If you need to go and duplicate a ridiculous amount of money to be able to pay this off. Because there's no way that you could just steal that easily.
No.
You don't know how to rob a bank.
Not yet. So I think Shinichi's answer to this, based on what he's observed, is it's easiest to create things in a labyrinth, or in the other realm. Therefore, he needs to create a semi-permanent other realm, possibly by trapping somebody in their own nightmare.
That makes sense. It was definitely the things that you were able to see, the worlds within collective unconscious shards were astounding, unlike anything you've ever seen. And they were real for as long as you were in there. But you'd need a suitable nightmare to be able to do that. But what kind of person is susceptible to becoming a nightmare?
So thinking back, it's either been someone with a particularly strong point of stress or a moment of failure. There's been one instance that's pushed people to it, whereas another one's been ego. So I think I probably need a roll as he's... sorry, this seems a good one for him to make a roll on, as he's probably mulling a couple of ideas around in his head.
Cool. Why don't you give me an investigate roll then?
Yeah.
And what tags would you like to use?
Sure, just have a quick look. I think I'll just add the Napoleon of Crime onto this, as it's... actually, I'm going to go for... as a sort of odd use of the tag, weakens one's faith, because he's always considered the creation of these shadow beings as somewhat a failure on the part of the person that's manifested them.
That makes sense. Okay, go for it.
So I shall roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey Tom, I think that's bad.
Probably is quite bad.
You pace back and forth in your bedroom, muttering to yourself about, well, there must be some kind of common link. Something, after all, we have mythos too, right? Does that mean that we are? And then you stub your toe on your dresser, and yell in pain, angrier than you expected that you would be.
Unlike going to Nietzsche has no hang-ups about swearing about this.
Take stress 1, please.
Okay.
As you then swearing hop on your bed and think hard about it, and it's like, well, what did Agent Fields say about the people that were most susceptible to having mythoses, right? They were all young when they discovered them, and had a youthful imagination, but yes, high emotional stress definitely is something that pushes these kind of people to become nightmares. And then you think about your own situation and swallow.
Yep.
Okay, next thing. So, what fictional thing do I need to make real to get the Tolado family to leave me alone? That one's pretty simple, I guess.
So money is the obvious answer to this. If I can just pay them off, the problem goes away. But then again, there'll be that'll be Shinichi's thought, but then there'll be this sort of secondary thought as he's muttering to himself, more from his mythos side than anything else. You need to become a bigger threat, so they won't dare touch you. But he'll push that aside as sort of more his own ego talking rather than a sensible solution to this. So, wealth first.
Yes.
Deal with this problem, build up after.
This makes sense. Yeah, so now the pieces of this are all coming together. And you feel slightly better about your situation. A plan is starting to form, and that's good. I'm trying to go and find where the Dawn of the Slums theme is, because I want to put and play it here. It would be good, but I can't find it. It's fine. We'll continue going, and I'll dig it up. So, now is the biggest question, the one that requires the most amount of digging. Who is young and associated with money that I could exploit?
Yeah.
Do you want to use your tip line?
Go on. It's quite tempting, isn't it?
It's Tom, sorry, Nathan. Did you intend for Tom to like? Oh, there it is.
Brilliant.
That's the answer.
We got there. Sorry about that. I mean, yeah, we can take suggestions from the audience.
Ooh, yeah,
I will say,
take
if you
it.
take a suggestion from the audience, that will be 1 stress.
Oh, I feel like audience participation's mandatory as he's. So yes, I'll definitely give the other players the opportunity to chip in.
Mm-hmm. Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I think that remember Mission 2 where you took down Badminton Queen and Judge, Jury, Executioner. I think blanking on the name, but I think that's your best bet. Anyway, love what you're doing. Bye.
Love it.
That thought bounces around in your head for a bit, but
Complete with that voice.
if I see her again, what are my chances of getting out there without having to run into, the cops?
But it's an idea.
It's an
someone
idea.
affiliated with the Washingtons or one of the big families. They'll have children. Damn, that sounds creepy.
You continue to pace around in here, and it seems that the confines of the 4 walls of your room is not doing well for your imagination. If it turns out that maybe getting some fresh air would be a sensible plan, as you make your way out. So now you have the opportunity to kind of maybe wonder if there's another person that you could speak to. Maybe there's somebody that you know that knows a lot of young people, or knows a lot of rich people that you might be able to hit up for ideas.
I'm just having a look at my list of characters at the moment.
That should be up to date.
Yeah. What about Mackie? she owes me a favour, at least, for our rescuing of Yusuke.
She does indeed.
She might know as a Rube.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. Let me go pull that up for you. And this is where things open and become open-ended, become a thing where I have to make sure I have all the resources handy and things like that. But this one's actually not too... Whoops. Just move the background around. I don't want that. Here we go.
Probably means that I'll be going to school.
Yes.
I was considering calling in sick today, but that might mean I'll bump into the others of the group.
You don't want you. Yeah. Well, actually, yes. Because this being a school day, I will absolutely allow for people to kind of essentially show up in this. Other people to show up in the scene should you want to kind of be here for this. But yes, you make your way to Migdal High. And come on, roll 20. I believe in you.
Did it?
I'm annoyingly on this side. I'm still getting Chaos Bedroom. There we go. We get the school hallway. It did it. It did it. I believed in it. And it came true. And we're going to go and not have your Dawn of the Slums theme for a moment. We're going to go and have something a bit more relaxed. After all, this is a regular day at school. In fact, there is a decent number of people at school today, after all of your regular classmates. Sabine is actually in. She's in the library today studying. Maybe the first time you've seen her there, though.
Well, probably this pause, a look, confusion sort of crossing Shinichi's face, like, why is Sabine in the library? No, I can't deal with this later, or something. Shake his head.
But you do bump into Maki in the hallway.
Maki, pleasure to see you. Could I have a chat?
Oh, sure. I have some time before I have a meeting with the student council. What can I do for you?
Honestly, I'd like to pick your brain about something. This is a little awkward, actually. I'll say. I've got a little bit of a project that I'm sort of working on in the background. Nothing dubious, I'll say, obviously. Never. But I'm sort of after somebody, I would say like an investor. That's what I'm after. So I was wondering, you obviously know a lot of people. I could kind of use a little bit of a favour. Just maybe a point in the direction. Some members of you might know the school who, come from particularly quite wealthy families, that sort of thing.
Go roll convince for me, please. What a thing to say. But this is good. This is very, very good. You will get clues this way.
Yeah. So let's go for... I'm going to go for the nobody bothers me tag, just so it comes off as slightly less suspicious than it blatantly is. Just that one, because all my cards are now horrible mythos cards that do unpleasant things to people.
I mean, you could try and use your mythos on a human.
Not yet. Not got that desperate. Maybe a couple more stress points down the line. So I'll go for a convince roll.
Hey! Okay. Mixed success. Yeah, absolutely. So choose relevant status with your tier. Your target can either choose to take the status or give in a little bit, protect their own agenda. So what kind of status are you trying to apply to Maki here?
Probably something along the lines of, although I suspect in normal circumstances you'd probably have told Shinichi to go away. You're not in the presumably his reputation as a fence being quite well known. However, maybe some sort of levels of still owing him something for the whole Yusuke and coming in and saving the day somewhat.
Okay, cool. That works. She initially looks kind of witheringly at you and says, "Oh, a risky investment, I suppose that's actually your hobby, right?" And she, in addition to magic tricks, she smiles and something in your heart goes like, Don't move up a full status. You see that on your status card there are midway
Oh.
pips.
Yep.
Yeah, move up one of those midway pips.
Okay.
But I suppose actually, yes, actually, you've come a very good time. I actually was just having a conversation with one of your underclassmen.
Oh.
It is he. Oh gosh, it's the first time that we've met, so the name isn't immediately coming to mind. You might have to give me a second on that. But they were actually looking for additional club funding. And when I was asking what for, they were like, oh, to enter into a poker tournament. And she sighs, I had to turn him down. And I'm endlessly sorry. Well, I always feel a bit heartbroken when I have to turn down club activities. But he is 15, and I'm not quite sure I would want to be encouraging gambling of that nature.
Of course not. Investments are much safer route, he'll say with a grin.
Quite. But since he's in the gambling nature, maybe he'll take a risk on investing in you. I think otherwise, when he's not encouraging the video game club to try various, she waves her hand, non-casual sports, he is apparently a very competitive video game player. I'm not quite sure I understand what that would mean. After all, aren't video games just for fun?
I wouldn't know. Not something I've really sunk any time to. Family could never really afford a games console.
But at the very least, if you manage to get in touch with him, maybe he might be able to invest directly. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. I would have to kind of go back up to my office and go and get the paperwork. I don't know how urgent this is.
That's a little bit. If he's in the video game club, I can ask round, I guess. But
sure.
If you could find that, that'd be helpful as well. Multiple prongs and going and that sort of thing.
Fantastic. In that case, I will go do that now, and I will send you. You are part of the official school email server, right? I'll send you an email.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
And she makes her way out of there. You do follow up. I don't need to do this on camera, but you do follow up with the video game club. And it turns out that the captain of the video game club is the youngest person there, a 14-year-old by the name Reggie Mendoza. And it doesn't take you. It's not too difficult for you to kind of Google that information now that you have a name. And you've seen him before. You saw him the other day when you were doing magic tricks at the Festival Coast.
Oh, the very stressed out young lad who was quite impressed with the card trick that I doubled with Geun.
As you kind of think about that scene more, and we get like freeze frames on like the replay of it, and you're like, his hoodie looked really expensive, and he tipped a lot of money. In fact, his wallet looked pretty hefty. And he was going to like the arcades at Festival Coast, huh?
Have a lead.
You ask where Reggie is to the gaming club, and they've not seen him today, but they also say that that's not unusual. It turns out that there's a particular game that Reggie competes at, a fighting game called Glass Hearts EX, and the big players who play that are not in this time zone. So their peak playing time is actually during school hours, and it is not uncommon for Reggie to slip out of school, make his way to the arcade, and play some rounds if he can get away with it. After all, he's got rich parents. He's not going to get in trouble.
Well, Sonichi will be researching this particular game in a sort of conman style to make sure he could hold a conversation about it if the need would arise.
Ooh, go give me an investigate roll then.
Yeah.
While you do that, I'm going to go back to the map screen while you do work out.
Can I chime in as the nerd, as the contact nerd? I just wanted to go like, Reggie's actually really impressive because in Glass Hearts EX he plays Tornado, which is one of the hardest characters to master, and he's really good at it, and we all want to be as good as him.
Yeah, that energy.
Oh, in the background, someone else pipes out. Yeah, he's mastered the focus attack dash cancel into the critical art. Oh, he gets me with it every time, and I think it's technically infinite.
He really knows how to frame cancel last second, and it always screws up my combos. Reggie, one day I'll usurp your throne.
Hell yeah! This is now all canon, by the way. Because we're probably going to bring up a couple of not real video games during this session, and I fully encourage us as a collective to kind of make things that are true about Glass Hearts EX. Although we'll see what happens on the other side of this roll.
What was that, Bill?
He still hasn't told me what a frame trap is.
Like this kid just gets bodied to make Reggie feel good, and Reggie refuses to actually teach him how to play the game. That's some scummy shit.
Literally all Reggie does is say, "Get good."
Good kid.
Yeah.
Ooh. But yeah. Go and give me this investigate roll, Sunichi. What tags are you using?
I honestly don't think I've got anything that's... Oh, just non-lethal combat thing, as video games aren't lethal
That's
combat.
funny. Yes, that's good. As I say, I enjoy clever play-on-word uses of your tags, so yes, that's fine.
I'm just picturing Snake. You need to master the art of non-lethal CQC. Here, I've gotten a copy of Glass Hearts EX for you in a fight stick.
Snake, you're gonna have to learn what a dodge cancel is.
Your research is well, you get one clue, so yeah, this takes you time, and it taking you time is now you start to feel the time pressures of things. Even though you have all day, the fact that this is a moment where you are sitting down and reading Wikipedia articles instead of doing something gets on your nerves, and your status of stress ticks up another pip, not a full unit.
That'll put me to 3, I think.
Okay.
Is it?
You're feeling it now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can ask me one question about Glass Hearts EX, and I suppose the nature of its competitive scene, and I will answer truthfully.
What would be what would be a popular misconception about the game that if I could point out would make me look like someone I knew about it?
Ooh, yes. So I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna explain what it is, but Shinichi as a character probably does not know what this means. So it turns out that this is an air dash fighter, and most of the characters have 2 air dashes, except for a hidden character that is only unlocked by doing a button combo on the kind of character select screen, who has 3 air dashes and is considered something of a glass cannon. All those are just words to you, but you remember the rough order of what to say them in.
Okay, I'll
I probably need to go and prepare what the next room is in advance, but I take it you'll probably be making your way over to the Festival Coast, where
quite possibly might be a good time to potentially bump into one of the other players as I'm leaving the school.
Oh sure, yes, let's do that. You can have that conversation while I kind of set up the next space. That sounds good. Yeah, who else do you kind of bump into in the hallways of the school, including other players?
Yeah, I was going to say it might be a good one for Lucian to pop up, possibly, given it's
Yeah,
last time we.
Hell yeah.
I think so.
I will leave you to do that while I set up the background. Feel free to move your tokens around as thou wilt while I set up the next room.
Okay. Probably see Sneechy stalking down the hallway, not paying too much attention to his surroundings. From Lucian's trained eye, it's probably quite clear he's got almost that just before an exam sort of level of stress that you've sort of aura about him that is a bit unusual for Sneechy. Mostly because he barely turns up to his exams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Lucian says, "Oh, Shinichi, I'm surprised to see you here."
Oh, yeah, hi Lucian. Sorry. Yeah, I was planning on not being here today, but yeah, school should probably attend at least a couple of hours.
Indeed, I've been trying to say that to you, but I recognize that we all have different priorities, so I can't be too hard on you.
Yeah. Look, mate, I'll say as I'm walking on my way as I walk and talk. Sorry about kicking off a bit right at HQ. Got a few things playing on my mind recently, and I think the lack of sleep just rubbed me up the wrong way.
Lucian tilts their head and looks genuinely confused. What are you talking about?
The whole Sabine thing. We kick off with difficult conversations also. Speaking of, I saw her in the library today. What's going on with that? I haven't seen Sabine in the library, I haven't seen Sabine in the library before.
Oh, well, yes, I mean, she wanted some help studying, and I thought I could maybe offer that. I'm sure she's getting into some other business in the library, but I figured might be a good time for her to teach me a thing or two. Actually, speaking of, I did want to apologize for the other day. Lucian looks down and sighs. I've been intense recently, and it doesn't... I don't know why. It really... I'm sorry, this feels stupid, but it feels like there's something... like a word that I've forgotten. Something just on the tip of my tongue, except it's the back of my brain. I can't...
I'd love to be able to help you about it, friend, but currently things are a little bit hot with work at the moment. You'll get.
I see.
There's definitely almost a brush off and a push away kind of thing, in a sort of not connecting as much as Shinichi probably would have done previously.
Lucian puts their hand on Shinichi's shoulder. Just one more thing. If you see Geun, please tell him I'm very sorry. And Lucian walks away.
Oh, all fun and games. Shinichi sighing. Right, let's go get this dealt with. We'll start heading off.
Mm-hmm.
Where are my cigarettes? Why am I out of cigarettes? Sit very loudly in the corridor, possibly near one of the corridor monitors.
We don't need to go to the map because we know where the where Festival Coast is. But let's see. I need to get the right music, please. That would be fantastic if I actually had that handy. The point where we have so much music in this campaign that trying to find specific ones is actually now kind of hard. But we got it. You make your way to the Ocean's Bounty Arcade. It is, well, what you'd expect an arcade to be, cramped and noisy. The sound of various kind of like arcade games clashing against each other in the space. But this is also really large. You kind of Shinichi, you've kind of professed to not really be one for video games.
As a very poor family, and yeah, they wouldn't have had anything other than, I think, a probably quite crappy TV.
Even so, you are having from what you know about pop culture and arcades. This building is way larger than arcades you've seen elsewhere. They're supposed to be, you know, a single floor mom and pop kind of deal, right? Or like really chintzy couple of machines next to a cinema somewhere. But this place is pretty expansive. It's got a lot. In fact, it has a whole row of Glass Heart CX machines. And you, in your mind's eye, try to recall the teenager that you saw the other day when you were doing your magic trick. Hopefully this... Did that work? Hold on.
It popped up.
Yeah, so you try to you recall the kid that you saw previously, but weirdly enough, I made you vanish, didn't I? Whoops, you can reappear. There we go. Weirdly enough, the person that you see at one of the arcade machines looks like them, but in considerably more detail.
Oh, they got very dapper in there. I see the special effects budget's gone up in the last month.
This, I think, how to put this? This is diegetic. Like, you do not remember the character. You do not remember this teenager being this handsome last time.
Damn. All right.
They're still young, pretty short, as they kind of like, you know, you can. They would definitely have the youthfulness of being about 14, 15, except for the fact that they have massive bags under their eyes.
To the art. Dang.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Penguin's Bite did the art for this character.
Very nice, very nice.
But yeah, it strikes you as genuinely strange that they look slightly different to how you remember, but they are the person.
Okay. How do we go about this? There's probably going to be a bit of hanging around while trying to work out, is that actually him? No, it is him, I'm sure of it. Something's just not right. I'll wait until he... in fact, I'll move myself into sort of an observing spot, seeing him sort of play behind. Presumably it's one of these where there's a machine on the other side and he's taking on...
Yeah. These seem to be... I'm going to actually let genuine fight game knowledge stuff kind of like appear a little bit. This seems to be one of the kind of arcades where they generally care quite a lot about competitive video games, and the arcade cabinets here are tiered based on player ability. So a lot of the people who play the game casually have like a bank of machines. And this seems to be the bank of machines where people who really know what they're doing are playing at. So, you know, if you've never played the game before and you wander up to a machine, you're not just going to get entirely bodied by somebody who plays at like a national level. And you don't know this game, but you can probably see by what his character is doing and the yells of annoyance and anguish on the other side that he is winning. Eventually, the match ends, and the dude comes like around the side of the cabinet and kind of like very sheepishly shakes this kid's hand. The person he's playing against is an adult, mid-30s. And Reggie says, "Well, that's first to 10. Good game and all that. I did say that this wasn't going to be a money match if you would let me get into the casino, since, you know, you work there as a bartender and all. So, and he smiles kind of wide. Choice is yours. Get me into the casino, or $300, or 300 yen sterling, please. I guess that'd be 30,000 yen sterling.
Who knows?
And the adult looks at him, screws up his face, and is like, I'm not going to get fired letting a kid into a room just because he punked me at a video game, and produces the 330,000 yen sterling.
In bills of 1,000 yen sterling.
Yeah, I can't. I'm currently too tired to try and work out the correct number of zeros to make it the equivalent of like $300.
Produces one fat stack.
Yes.
Yep.
And Reggie's face crumples like in genuine anger, and he slaps the money out of the man's hand, and it scatters across the floor. And there is an awkward silence. And Reggie kind of like storms away to a different part of the arcade as the man is kind of like, oh, fucking stupid brat, as he gets down and starts to try and pick up all the money. Reggie is sulking in a corner of the arcade.
Opportunity spotted. So she says, pocketing a few tens of yen sterling bills that have mysteriously wafted across the floor in his general direction.
Yeah. You just do that. That's fine.
So I head across to him. So, Reggie, wasn't it? Came to my magic show the other day.
Oh, yeah, I recognize you, he says as he kind of like turns around. Shouldn't you be at school?
I think, like yourself, school's definitely an optional annoyance that sometimes I have to show face at, but there's more important things in life than school, I guess.
I'm glad you're not a narc. Last kid from Migdal High who made their way over here during school hours, it was specifically to find me to take me back. So if you're not doing that...
Absolutely not.
He rubs at one eye like he's sleepy.
So you're a player of that I've got my name. Glass Hearts X, I noticed. Pretty good too.
Yeah, no, I'm national champ. I want to take it international, but that would require me to be away from school for too long, and my parents refuse to give me permission to do so, because I am still, as they say, a child, even though I'm a child who makes more money than one of them.
Yeah, I can definitely empathise with that. My dad's an absolute dropout as well. I haven't seen him for about 10 years.
Shit, man.
Yeah,
he says, this kid is definitely, I think, 2 years younger than you. But is kind of, maybe it's because of the bags in the eyes, but there's a world-weary aura of this kid.
He's aged like 28 years because he's been on the internet for 2 years.
Very plausible.
How do we get this guy to bite? Tell you what, fancy a somewhat semi-casual game. I want to show you a magic trick.
Huh? Oh, he looks at you, being like, "You good? You good at this? I've seen you play the game before."
Well, Tanichi will say I'm barely a dabble. I mean, honestly, more the original Glass Hearts, or before they decided to have novelties like triple air dash characters and all such silliness, which I think just ruin the meta, in my personal opinion. But
that is such bullshit. Yeah, he nods like,
Oh my god! Ichi, how do you do it?
And he challenges you. I think we're going to move to this where he challenges you to a game, and I would definitely like for you to kind of roll and probably cheat horrendously.
Oh, absolutely.
Too, because in the back of your head is kind of like, oh, he seems like he's kind of. There's something there. He's definitely stressed out by his situation. Maybe I could get him over the edge.
I need to shake his confidence. So we will be applying weakens one's faith to this.
Oh, we need to go and find
I need to
music
pick
to
a roll.
actually fight
It's
with.
yeah. So it's go toe to toe, I guess.
Yes, go toe to toe makes perfect sense for this. Absolutely.
So yes, weaken one's faith. I'm going to hit someone with their own power. As it's playing him at his own game effectively. And I think whipping devastating riposte, as I'm effectively going to be cheating the machine somewhat. Do I have? No, I can't use those because they're thingy moves. Okay, so we'll go for a face danger because what he's presumably expecting is just to absolutely trounce me.
While you make that roll, I will request of Yo. I will request of Will and Ruben to be fucking yipes.
Oh, someone.
Are we gonna be hype?
Look at this dude! Look at this dude coming up. Is he seriously picking Amy? Oh my god!
I got two eyeballs. I'm staring at two guys over here. One guy, the king. One guy, a peon. What's a peon doing challenging the king? What's going on here?
Oh, and he's going V stance. Oh, buddy, hold on. Wait a second. I haven't seen someone use V stance since Glass Hearts Beta, the original Glass Hearts.
That was 2 months ago. That's old school. Who does this guy think he is? This guy is gonna be shown what a corner is, architecture style.
Man, if this isn't straight as an arrow, P, 4 perfect, I'm gonna eat my hat.
I'm gonna half circle back, my eyes roll into my head. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I think Sonichi will turn around to somebody who's. I'm gonna tell you. I can't remember this one. Is it you press the one player button to select the character, or is it the orange one?
I like to think that the two hype the hype guys at the back just like fall over.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yo, stay free. Yeah. So Glass Heart CX is a weapon fighter. So think like Soul Calibur, but it's a 2D air dash fighter. So Reggie goes and picks this like 7'4" Amazon woman with a fur trench coat and a whip sword.
Okay, he's not bringing his main, but I respect that. Seems like a good, solid initial pick. I'm here for it.
Reggie casually waves back at you without looking in a way that suggests I don't need my main.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, like this guy, this is gonna scuffle this man, pick him up like dirt. Why would you pick up dirt? Because this guy's a garbage man.
I say it every day. Why would you pick up dirt? I never get a good answer.
I never get a good answer, but that's why you're here for me, and I love going to these venues with you. You're my partner. I
you.
And I love going on play dates where you watch Reggie beat up losers.
What a romantic evening. What kind of character did Sonichi pick?
I think he'll probably be a hazard character.
Favorite type. Yes, my favorite. What kind of bullshit weapon do they carry?
Ooh, that is a good one. I think it'll be some sort of bear trap on a chain. And we'll go for the it'll be some sort of hulking woodcutter type character. Sort of stubble and a cigar and an eye patch and far too much character design going on.
Hell yeah. And now with 11 on your roll and 3 power, you get to choose 2. So you're challenged that you manage to achieve your goal, you get them good, or you block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. You get to pick 2 of those things.
I think I block their best attempts and counter seems quite appropriate. So
you block their best attempts, and you get to choose one of the other 2. You manage to achieve your goal, or you get them good. And both of them will probably do the thing that you want, but one of them applies a status tag, so...
Okay, I think we'll be going for... let's go for get them good, because that seems... he's done playing about at the moment.
Hell yeah.
Is he gonna hit him with the butter slap? Is he gonna hit him with the butter slap?
He's gonna get hit with the butter slap. He's gonna get all greasy.
This is the equivalent of the kind of like Pringles like thing.
Exactly.
And also Shinichi, how do you horrendously kind of like, I guess, cheat to wreck this guy?
It's a very good point. So it's almost going to be, I think probably like pulling off a move that shouldn't really, but sort of doing something that's almost like TAS levels of precise button inputs that should be, impossible for a mortal, and it's one of these sort of theoretically possible moves that just shouldn't be done by a human because you just don't have the reaction speed for it.
Is Shinichi gonna do like half an A press to create an alternate universe where he air dashed left instead of right?
Yeah, while pressing both up and down at the same time on the joystick.
Oh, God.
For I think a split second, the joystick in your palm looks like the head of the cane that you carry when you are Moriarty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll turn it over to the commentators as what they say as Reggie gets his ass beat.
Buddy, I'm pogging over here. He's hitting him with the run stop pierce. Is just like say it with me. Bam, 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 bam. Oh,
bam, bam. Oh my God.
Got crispy knuckles on him. How does he?
Are we witness to a historic moment of regicide? Is the king gonna get down? Is he gonna get down? That health bar is going down!
Regicide. Oh
God,
my fucking God, Ruben.
So,
Yes! Bra fucking vo.
Oh, spectacular.
I am this person in real life.
Yeah. Oh God, I hope to see you at like Frosty Faustings next winter. Hell yeah.
I don't know nothing, like, real talk, I know nothing about fighting games, but I know how to get excited for them. I express that. I feel the energy.
Yeah, no, I lost? But this was supposed to be chance play.
Pug jam.
There is an entire chorus of people who start going pug jam as
Pug jam. Pug jam.
and yeah, we get kind of like lots of repeated close up on people's mouths in the area as like the audio layers repeatedly cries of PogChamp and booing and yo Regicide, like after the commentators said it, now everybody is yelling Regicide at maximum volume, and it all layers into kind of like a staticky kind of sound effect. We see one of those kind of proper like Kakagurui style mouth close-ups of like spittle ejected as one of them says Regicide.
People like on TikTok just make like doing the floss dance like Regicide.
No, and yeah, there's I don't know whether there's a sure we might be able to do. We'll do this.
Mm-hmm.
He stands up from the seat and walks slowly over to you. The brim of his cap over his eyes, and there is some like go 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 menacing energy behind him as he how tall is Seiichi?
Not particularly tall. I suspect taller than this kid. He's probably sat there like trying to spin his way through the horrible up and down alphabet letters to put trying to put like Mori in the score thing, and then swearing each time he overshoots it, and keep going the other way through the alphabet.
You end up with Morge, and the time runs out.
More
Damn it!
Reggie proffers a genuinely shaking hand, cold, to you. Good game.
Yeah, GG kid. Not too bad.
Good game. You're gonna have to teach me how to play like that, I guess. And the world-weary facade has moved away, and underneath is a 15-year-old who has only ever been good at one thing and is no longer good at it anymore.
Yo, why did we even come here? This guy's a fucking flake. I'm out. Let's go to someone else.
Fraud detected, and soon fraud ejected. Boom.
Ejected, cargo out of the airplane.
Oh god.
I was thought I was going to have to work hard on this one, but
no,
because
because
anyway.
we want to get to dungeons, so like let's break this kid's heart early. Yeah.
Can we get a campaign about commentators? Honestly,
The commentators are now art. Yeah. Bonus art. Once we're finished with the campaign, I'll get art for the commentators. I'll do a one shot at some point in the future.
They're holding hands as they call out Reggie and like blast him on TikTok.
Yeah. I think the gate line's probably going to have to be, yeah, you know how it is when you like have your first few goes of these sort of games, you're just like button mashing the same thing. It's just effective sometimes. It's the second you start trying to learn the moves that it starts falling apart a bit.
You were button mashing. There is a precarious tear on one cheek, and then he kind of like wipes it away. Can we go somewhere else?
Yeah, sure.
And you wander through the arcade for a while. Let's bump this up just slightly. Yeah, there we go. And time has passed a little bit. Actually engaging with the things of this, we fast forward a little bit, so we get to there is a kind of like refreshment area that serves alcohol. But obviously both of you are minors and they're not interested in serving you that. But Reggie does have a root beer instead. As he kind of like sits down and kind of like sighs. This is really not my day, huh? I figured this would be the day where I actually get to play cards with the big leagues. I don't... He face down on the desk, he then looks up at you, not moving his posture from having leant forward. You know, I didn't immediately train to be good at glass hearts. I used to play, cards with my dad all the time. And him and his friends were, his voice is a little deeper than that, sorry. Him and his friends were, did poker night on the regular, and then I was like, I want to play. And they were like, what's the harm? We'll teach this kid, why not? And then I beat all of them so badly they didn't come over to play poker anymore. I was 7. And yeah.
No, let him continue. Looking like he's pouring his heart out a bit.
You look around, something sits in the back of your mind now, being like, okay, so all the pieces are in place. You'll listen to this empathetic like story and going, and in the back of your head, you're like, he's on the ropes. There is one additional thing that is required, you recall, for a person who has youthful imagination under extreme emotional stress to awaken to their nightmare. They need to go to a specific location.
It's a specific shop, isn't it? The fortune teller.
And in the background, there's retro. This particular floor has a bunch of like retro arcade stuff and other kind of like old school novelties. For those who are British, Brighton Pier, with also kind of big seaside waterfront, has an arcade, but a lot of the kind of like arcade bits and pieces are legacy by design and are designed to intentionally kind of evoke a retro feel. And in the corner of this kind of like retro electronic section, you see...
Whoa.
Sonichi sort of half grins to himself, looking across in that sort of realization. I knew they wouldn't pass up on the opportunity for a good story. So, tell you what, kid, I was never much into poker myself, but my mother took a lot of stock into tarot card readings. Go on, let's have a look at this. Don't put it down as too much. Let's see what the future potentially could hold. I always believe in a bit of letting the cards do the talking for us.
Oh, I'm gonna bring up that graphic again just for this because I think it's gonna be good for this rather than because this is you as you walk over to the fortune telling machine. Reggie, in a relatively low voice, was like, well, all my friends were in the fighting game scene, and I don't think I can face them for now. So I'm kind of light on friends at the moment, and he's. You can tell that he's struggling to say, "Will you be my friend?"
Oh,
Oh, Reggie, you should have been beaten by anyone else.
not this scum-sucking back who's desperate. I've got you back, mate. He'll say, "Come on, let's have a look at this." I'll give it a friendly sort of clap on the back.
He looks at you and smiles, and I would like y'all to very briefly, if I can actually make this work correctly, look at the Twitch chat, please. Like the Twitch stream. The HUD has changed.
Yo!
Huh.
Yo! Let's go, Reggie! Let's go!
He puts a coin into the fortune-telling machine, and weirdly enough, like, it judders into life, and two voices come out of it. You have uncertain things about your future. You don't know where your future will lead now that your past has been shaken. Indeed. Within the cards, you can see your future, but maybe, just maybe, you should be able to seize the future for yourself. After all, fate is what you make of it, and what goes around comes around. Yes, indeed. This will be perfect for you. And the fortune teller hand hovers over a card, flips it over, and everything goes white. And with that, we are going to go and take a break.
Pog chip, pog chip,
Pog chip.
Yo, I'm hyped.
Yeah,
Ooh, yes.
yeah. Things are occurring. Things are getting wild up in here, and I also need to because I recognize that because I designed all this to have Sabine presently here because Marcy's not. I need to go and change a couple things about the collective unconscious that will appear. So in the break, I'm going to go and do that. But everybody, I will see you all in about 5 minutes or so. Go hydrate. Go have a comfort break. Align your chakras, and I will see you summarily. Arcana Core. Arcana Core. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I hope everybody's had a good break. It seems that Reggie Mendoza has had a good break. His heart has been broken. His resolve has been broken. And
if you have a heart of glass, it's just asking for it, isn't it?
The puns write themselves. But yeah, we are in a relatively interesting situation. Let's see, where do we want to put ourselves? Let's put ourselves here. The flash of white after revealing the card, and Shinichi, you are outdoors. The sky is a surprisingly warm shade of coral, and a summer breeze ruffles the palm trees near you as you look up and see a massive, quite luxe-looking building. It's a casino, it's a hotel, it's a convention hall. Whatever it is, it definitely looks grand.
Welcome to your new kingdom, Reggie. Nice to meet you with the grin and the mustache.
Reggie looks around in surprise, like, where are we? Where are we? I don't understand. I said, I did the fortune telling thing, and then I heard some weird voices, but and now we're here.
Take a walk, explore, says Shinichi. There'll be a place here that's for you.
Well, if you seem really self-assured, and you're wearing a hat now that I look at you, and a moustache. Huh. This is mad weird. I can't lie, this is weird. But you seem to know what's going on, and I trust you. So, let's work together from now on.
My man.
You don't necessarily get the social link up, but Reggie starts to kind of wander around for a while, and you get kind of like a moment of quiet away from him. We're almost there. We've got the collective unconscious shard made. All we need to do now is, well, this has to do something with money, right? He threw away that ridiculous sum of money like it was nothing, and this place definitely looks luxe. But the last couple of shards that you've been to were exceedingly dangerous, and running around this alone,
Yeah, time to bring in some assistance. I think Shinichi's going to pull out his phone. We'll drop immediately into the group chat with a quite cryptic, I think we've got a developing situation.
You try that, and it doesn't work, and then you remember that while you're in the collective unconscious, the signal to your phones is garbage unless it's specifically to contact the person whose mythos, well, works with connecting you across the border between fiction and reality.
Of course. So we shall let's run in for Agent Fields.
It echoes in your mind. This is Agent Fields. Maury, are you okay?
Yes, for the now. I've got a situation come up. Can you get hold of Lucian and Geun and Sabine? Currently at the arcade on the Pleasure Beach front. Yeah. There's an unconscious shard here.
Oh. I didn't.
I'm currently in it.
You caught it so quickly. Usually we have Team Gamma are usually our scouts in that regard and are able to pick up information like that. But since you caught it so quickly, and can confirm since you're on site, I can feel through the space that you are definitely in a fictional space. I can tell that much. So yes, I will contact them post haste. Be safe. Make sure you can secure the. Do you know the name of the person who created this shard?
I see no reason. Ooh, do I fib that Reggie's not the? Well. I don't know, says Sonichi. We've got a civilian here.
A civilian. Well, as you've probably when you encountered Yusuke Tenma on your first mission, you probably you might not remember, but ordinary people, unless they find a way to shield themselves or put a barrier between themselves and the fiction, the shards could be incredibly dangerous for them. So if you do see any people who haven't well, I suppose if you run into somebody and they have managed to transform themselves, then it's very likely that they might become a nightmare. But either way, be sure to secure any ordinary civilians you find. Don't be a hero.
I'll keep hold of them. Yeah, but back up, be nice. Be nice. I'll hang up.
Okay.
Not wanting to tell anymore. Reggie, one important thing.
Yeah?
That card, keep it quiet, you've got it. Keep it close to your chest. Don't let anyone see it. Know you've got it. It's probably the Achilles heel of being here. Sort of hard to explain, but just keep that between us.
Reggie goes into his pockets and pats himself down. I don't feel a card. Huh. And he falls silent. And then looks at you and nods, as in an assent of his understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Despite not turning up a card. We move to the general map where Lucian and Geun are having... Geun is having a normal one, I guess. Considering how his day has gone. But in the middle of whatever you've got going on in your day... both of you receive an urgent call. Calling Team Gamma, particularly Agents Harfang, Kistner, and Lapis Blue. Do you report?
Yo, Fields, yeah. I'm here.
What's going on?
It appears that Agent Mori has discovered a shard of the unconscious.
For real?
Yes. He claims that it is by the arcade on Festival Coast. He says that he wasn't able to see who caused the shard and has not seen any ordinary people within, but he's going to be looking out for them.
That explains why I haven't seen him at school all day. Was he doing field work without us? Oh.
Lucian, you've seen Sonichi today.
He didn't seem to be up to anything that I would think would cause the discovery of a shard.
Wait, you seeing him?
Yes, I ran into him at school.
Huh.
But the impression that I got was that he was simply getting up to, I don't know if I want to say typical shenanigans, but nothing this.
More to do with expanding the school trade, not. Yeah. Anything
Indeed. Though, surely these things can't be linked.
The best way to find out, to get any answers from is to go link up with them, I guess.
Please do. Shards of the collective unconscious, as you know, are exceedingly dangerous, and I wouldn't want any of our agents to be out there alone. This is why you work in teams.
Yeah.
Understood.
Right. Please make sure to get back in contact with me when you gain any additional information. And, Ruben, you feel the voice of Agent Fields leave your mind.
Oh.
Lucian, Agent Fields says something that only you can hear.
Oh boy.
Agent Harfarm. Don't respond. If you're in the same room as Geun and you respond, he may recognize that I'm contacting you separately, and I wouldn't want anyone to feel like I'm playing favorites here. But the tarot card that we retrieved from your last mission, it eventually last night decayed and vanished, which is of great surprise to us all. That seems to not be a property of all the tarot cards we have retrieved thus far. I need to make sure that whatever tarot card that you retrieve here is looked after very carefully so it does not decay. Can I trust you to make sure that you retrieve it safely? Very good. Do you kind of like nod or
Oh wait, he can see me.
Well, I mean, I think, or I guess, actually no. This is a good way of. I guess I didn't think this through in terms of being able to do this on your part silently. How do you want to kind of respond in a way that will signal to Agent Fields?
I think Lucian pauses for a moment, then. All right, good to go.
Very good. I'm so glad you're willing to look after your team, Agent Harfung. These are difficult times, and I'm very proud of you. Did that actually work? Yeah, it did. It was just slow. Good.
Oh, hell yeah.
You gain a link up with Agent Fields.
Oh, yay!
Lucian says nothing for obvious reasons, smiles, and then I'm pretty sure I established that Lucian's talking over a flip phone, so there's a very satisfying of shutting the phone and then stuffing it away.
Nice. As we move back to the collective unconscious. Some time passes. It's and before long, feel free to kind of move yourselves around the space, but before long, through almost as if moving through a sheet of suspended water between one world and the other, comes Geun and Lucian.
Good to see you both.
Indeed. And are you the... Actually, did Lucian hear about the civilian?
I don't think we were told.
A civilian sighting had not been confirmed. So that there is a person here that seems ordinary, if in a rather expensive outfit, is a surprise.
Who might I have the pleasure of meeting? Lucian says, kind of like descending from above with the moth wings.
Reggie looks back at you in surprise, being like, you have wings! Wow. They look a bit pale. Like, Reggie looks a bit pale, like, the early signs of a fever, like blood is drained out their face a little bit.
Well, if it makes you feel better, it's not real, but I'd suggest you believe it nonetheless.
Tilts his head. Okay. Looks round to Geun. Oh, sick facial tattoos, dude.
Yo, thanks. Hey, aren't you, you're that, you're the kid who plays the fighting games, right?
Huh? Oh, didn't I... Now that I look at you, didn't I see you the other day with him? Gestures over to Shinichi. You were doing like, magic tricks together and stuff.
Right, I was the magic assistant, and this is just another one of our magic tricks.
Yes, and speaking of which, we should probably get a little bit of a move on.
How about you give us a sit rep first? Because you went on just by yourself.
Purely accidental, says Shinichi. We sort of got enveloped up in it while we were in the arcade. I was just kind of having a bit of a chill, I'll say. There's probably still signs that Shinichi's wanting to stop us. Sorry, not hang around talking. So you can see he's forcing the conversation. There's definitely sort of like hands to Kane's probably tapping a little bit impatiently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is there something up ahead? Because normally we take our time, investigate the area, find out everything we can, but now we know nothing. We have no clues, no lead up. Like, what's going on here? We need to take this. Like, if he just found this, we need to take it slow.
Well, it's here now. We can always investigate on and then pull out if it gets a bit more. Speaking of which, where's Sabine? Don't tell me she's late as well.
Sabine didn't answer the call.
Yeah, she didn't answer the call, so I don't know. But backup's here. We gotta focus on what we can and using the people we can.
I must say, this is the first time I can remember finding a everyday civilian in the collective unconscious.
Now that you mention it.
Reggie looks between... Are you saying this like out loud, like in Reggie's earshot?
I think probably, yeah.
I don't understand either, but this place looks really interesting, and turns around to look back, like the way they came, to which it's just kind of like, an endless expanse, not a void. It's kind of like, a plane, a space that stretches forever. It's probably like an infinite parking lot, considering what this kind of building is.
Yeah.
GM_flatgrass, yeah.
Well, we can't go back the way we came, because there's nothing there, so maybe we can go in and ask for help?
Right.
And,
right.
yeah, he kind of, like, starts making his way into the
Hold on, kid.
Yeah?
Kid, stay behind us.
He pulls a face. You're not that much older than me, dude.
I'm 17. What are you, like 12?
14! He raises his voice quite angrily.
14, yeah, okay. So get behind me, baby.
Lucian puts a hand on Reggie's shoulder and then points at the big spiked club.
Yeah, get behind the club.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Now, Reggie, as I figured, this conversation's happening as we're moving into the casino.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about anything that might have led you to this place?
This is a conversation that is happening out loud, because you have no reason to have this question privately.
Indeed.
Reggie is like, well, I was in the arcade, because reasons, he says, not elaborating that he skipped school to go do that. Shinichi, that's your name, right, Shinichi?
Yeah, I was there on business. Bumped into him, recognised him from the whole magic thing the other day. Struck up a conversation, played a game, sat in the cafeteria, and then all of a sudden this kind of descended.
Well, we did go and like hang out and try some of the other games, and there was a fortune teller game that we decided to go and have a go at, and yeah, and then this happened.
A fortune teller game, and then this happened.
Yeah.
Dude, what happened at the game?
Well, it was like it read my fortune in it. What do you think was going to happen? Oh, I don't even know what I thought was going to happen at this point. This is all kind of crazy.
Lucian looks around, and I think they're about to say something, but they close their mouth and then give like a suspicious look at Reggie, and then turn to Shinichi. Shinichi, you're on business. You took the time to play a video game. Must have not been pressing business.
So blending in's half the trick of these sorts of things. You wouldn't believe how much of my work's just hanging around.
Very fair.
And with that...
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Important question. Who won?
Reggie hesitates.
Geun looks at Shinichi and Reggie.
I certainly pulled one of the rounds through, says Shinichi with a shrug.
Yeah, it was a close game.
Like, I don't. So, I want to say that Geun isn't much of a gamer himself, but he's hung out at arcades before, and he's never seen Shinichi there, so he thinks that is super sus. All right, well, beginner's luck, okay, Shinichi?
Just lots of forward and triangle, I think it was.
And with that, let's go move to another area of this particular CU. I think I should have these tabs in rough order. Yeah, we do.
Never has being good at video games been a point of interrogation.
No, indeed.
Very much so. Let's see if I can find the song again. Here we go, it's here. So, this appears to be a retrofitted ballroom, or like a convention hall, with a wide variety of lots of different types of games just around, and arcade machines scattered across. It's a games convention. Welcome to Fortune's Festival. Get rich or stay free.
Very nice.
Nice.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense that someone who's been at the arcade would probably have this kind of dream, but still.
Are there like cosplayers in the crowd?
Sure. I think they are for like they all definitely look like cosplayers, but you don't recognize any of the characters that they are playing. In a similar way that when you're in a dream, apparently one of the signifiers of you being in a dream is that all text is illegible to you, because the part of the brain that kind of requires you to be able to read text, it does not work while dreaming. These are definitely plausibly game characters, movie characters, and so on, but they are not from any products that you recognize, no IPs that you know.
Right. Geun goes, puts on a cool face, like a cool older brother face, and goes like, "Hey, I know that character. It's from that game I played."
Wait, you recognize some of these characters? I've never seen any of these in my life.
Yeah, I definitely do.
You're into some obscure shit then, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a gamer.
Reggie's eyes narrow, but doesn't say anything. Yeah, okay, whatever. Like a convention assistant in a bright red polo shirt, with a text on it that says PerilCon, kind of wanders over and says, "Hello, everybody, and welcome to PerilCon, biggest gaming tournament in the metaverse."
PerilCon. Okay, yeah, no, great to be here. Did you pick the name yourself?
You mean you've not played Peril? The, most famous, how to phrase this? The most famous, Twitch reaction first-person shooter known to man?
Of course I have. I'm, rank 4.
Ah, a casual. His expression, almost plasticine, morphs into a smug expression.
Yeah. Oh, my alt. That's my alt. I started it yesterday.
Think you're nailing it, going.
Wait, Lucian pops up behind. Wait, just to check, is Peril the one with the guns?
Oh, so many guns.
Yeah, okay. Lucian confidently turns to everyone else in the party. Don't worry, I've definitely heard of Peril before. I've never played it and I don't know anything about it because blood in video games makes me sick.
Oh my god.
Pressing on slightly. The not on you. The attendant was about to move into kind of like a spiel explaining the event, and then you talk amongst yourselves, and he pulls his expression, plasticine again morphs into one of annoyance. As I was saying, morphs back to one more placid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that as in, not for moral reasons, just physiologically it makes me nauseous, not as in, the kind of you make me sick thing.
Back to smug.
No.
Whatever, noob. Back to neutral.
What does that mean?
I don't... Did he call me a tube?
At the
I think it's Spanish.
at PerilCon, we like to make sure that everybody has a fun time with games regardless of their playing ability. So as such, you all gain a special present from us. And he pulls out 4 gold coins, actual gold?
Oh.
Whoa, like Mario.
Hey, I only got 3.
He looks at you. He looks at you, Sunichi. Never heard of it. Sorry, not Sunichi. To Geun, in response to referencing Mario, and says, "Have never heard of it." And if you doubt that they're real, he offers an unglazed ceramic tile. And I don't know whether you necessarily know this or not, but one of the ways to check whether gold is authentic is kind of like a scratch test against ceramic, and if it leaves a gold mark, then it's authentic gold.
Lucian bites the coin, and...
It leaves a dent. Gold is soft.
Lucian then, I think, picks at the dent a bit. I can confirm it's not gilt.
Is this one of those bitcoins I keep hearing about?
Oh, no. This is your, something for you to have fun with while you're here. And I will both explain this both in and out of character, I suppose. While within this collective unconscious shard, you can bet gold against the success of your rolls. So all of you now have the status gold 1.
Okay.
That's fun.
After you calculate your power, you can bet any number of gold you own to reduce your power by that much. On a full success, gain double your bet gold. You can only hold a maximum of gold 6.
Okay, so basically you get you opt for a -1, and if you still get a success, you get your gold back and double it.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay.
can bet as much gold as you like, although obviously if you rolled against -6, you're very, very unlikely to
No.
get a full success.
For sure. Okay, cool.
It's interesting that none of us have. Well, actually, what's your name again? Lucian says, turning to Reggie.
Oh, my name's Reggie Mendoza. Oh, I should probably. Well, no. I was gonna say I'm gonna switch to the kind of like collective unconscious HUD, but there's another surprise there, so I'm not gonna do that just yet. My name's Reggie Mendoza. I'm a professional Glass Hearts EX player and aspiring poker shark.
Interesting. So then, you're rather familiar with a lot of what's going on here.
He looks at you with his like, I've never seen any of these games in my life, but they must be similar to other games, right? If none of these games are to your liking, well, we have more interesting games in the back, but those are for VIP players who can cut their teeth on these baby games here.
Baby.
Here's some regular games. Move on to the bag then, says Ichi.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have Pong? That's more my speed.
Again, he looks at you, says you dead in the eyes. Never heard of it. But we do have 3 games available here for you to try, and gestures into the back. There is one called Full House Club, Texas Idol Battle. There is one called Void Jack.
Hold on, I'm gonna for the first time ever, I'm going to make use of our rewind function.
Uh-huh.
Can you say that again, Nathan?
Okay.
Just give me that. Give me that again.
In that kind of tone of voice as well. It's kind of Full House Club, Texas Idol Battle.
Alright.
Like it.
I like it. I love
One
it.
called
Very good.
Void Jack, and another one called Jackpot Quest 7.
Oh wow. What happened to the other 6?
You haven't played the other illustrious games in the Jackpot Quest series?
Of course I have. What are you talking about?
Very good, then I'm sure you'll do perfectly at this one then.
Yeah, I'll play that one.
Good luck. His face putty morphs into smug again and kind of walks away. Yeah, you can go try out some of the games on this floor.
Okay. Well,
All you need to do is succeed at one of them.
let's do some Jackpot Quest 7, because I'm a master at that.
Happy to backseat game.
Yeah, there is it seems that Jackpot Quest 7 is like a really long line of interconnected like slot machines with with like a proper like almost kind of patch a slot style LCD screen and general like arcade controls. It seems to be like an action RPG of some kind. Like, let's just say that for sake of argument, because I don't have separate rooms for each of these games, so it's like over here, there's like a bank of units along this wall. And yeah, there seems to be a whole bunch of people at a lot of them, although there are some empty spaces available. And just through passive observation, it seems that it works, it's an RPG at lightning pace, but to do most things, you need to pull on the slot wheel.
Okay.
A role-playing game? How? I'm not sure how I feel about that, but fine, go ahead.
Who sits down to play?
I do. Enthusiastically.
Sure. Anyone
I
else?
do.
I think we'll sit and watch and see what happens.
Yeah, Lucian's also going to study this.
I think Reggie also sits down at one as
My
well.
man.
And further down the line, it seems that like one of the players is like playing against this kind of like knight with gigantic spiked armor and rolls the slot machines and gets 3 spike balls in a row and goes, "Ow!" as he jumps from the chair, and it seems that spikes erupted from the chair he was sitting in upon that result.
Oh my god. Huh. Geun sees this, clocks this, and puts his club under between him and the seat he's sitting on.
Are you going to try and sit on the club instead? Because I'm not sure if that's more comfortable.
but it's less. It's more comfortable than getting spikes up the ass.
Very true. Just
It
small
is getting
nub
spikes up the ass, I guess.
Not as bad, I suppose.
I'm just, it's contact therapy.
You adjust to it. Let's see. What is going to be the theme music for this game? It's going to be this one.
Geun leans over Geun leans over to Reggie and goes like, 4 was my favorite. And like looks like expectantly as like that's a good conversation to have about gaming.
Reggie looks back at you. Haven't we kind of established that all of these games aren't like anyone that any of us have heard of? They don't know what Mario is. Like, is this like another world or something?
I'm gonna be real with you, Reggie. I've never played a video game in my life.
And you... he kind of looks exasperatedly for a second and goes like, well, and gestures over to the, like, person in the background kind of, like, rubbing, like, trying to kind of treat themselves after being shock impaled. Best of luck, I guess?
Lucian, like, leans, Lucian bends over next to, Reggie, puts a hand on his shoulder and is like, yes, to answer the more important part of your question, yes, mostly, I think.
Well, I guess it's time to give this a go, and the game boots into life.
Right.
There is a wide variety of, I think it has kind of like Gauntlet Diablo style energy in terms of its kind of character design and how the game is played, but to do pretty much any attack or to dodge any attack you have to pull the slots.
Yeah. You look at the screen and Geun's character is just like running into a wall, but like sliding slowly, so like slowly going to the right while going into a wall at full speed, and he keeps like pulling on the one-arm bandit. And he looks very like he's like playing this super intensely, but very, very badly.
All these very concerning noises coming from the street, like Red Warrior is about to die.
Weirdly enough, you trying to walk into the wall while also moving is speeding up your character movement.
Yes.
Jokes for nobody but me.
And me. I like that.
But yes, I think I'll let anybody who wants to try and make a roll to either understand or succeed at the game make those rolls and add whatever things you want to be important. For those who aren't playing, you can also try and roll to maybe gain some clues to help the players.
Yeah, I would like to roll to investigate, basically.
What is because we're in the collective unconscious, we have the special rules for that, which is see clear, I believe. Reading a dangerous situation, and believe me, this is probably dangerous. So, what tags would you like to roll on top of rolling see clear?
Let's see. I think... I'd definitely like to invoke hidden connections. And I think also reading between the lines, trying to... Oh man, I think it would be really neat to kind of invoke that same image of like literally reading between the lines in books, except on the text display on the arcade setup.
Reading between the scan lines.
Yep.
Fuck off.
Just like reading the that's a fair reaction, and I think I'm okay with 2 for this.
Okay, go for it. You have to use the macro at the bottom.
quick question. All of my tags for leader
are
were
burned.
burned
Yep,
last
they are
time.
still burned.
Got it.
Until you can kind of take time and care to nurture them back again. So if you do something that would theoretically justify regaining of like leadership and things like that, then those might unburn. But for now, they are locked to you.
Okay, no problem. So here's my roll with to see clear with modifier 2.
Oh,
Oy,
it's
oy.
bad.
True.
Miss, huh? What do we want to happen here?
Well, nothing. I think that Lucian is fine and no consequence happens.
Nothing
We all
happens
go
to
home.
nothing happens to Lucian.
Oh.
Lucian, you look at this game. It is fucking nonsense. But yes, if this is this and that makes that, then we can combine that to you understand something about the game that is wrong, but as far as Lucian is concerned, it's pro advice. What is it?
Oh god. I think Lucian's like, judging from what I'm seeing, if you rapidly crank the lever while it's spinning, that may get you some extra spins.
Already, we're rigging the system. I'm into it. And
Oh, I'm sure this was developer intended.
Geun immediately starts rapidly cranking the lever.
Then after a couple of pulls, a big warning message appears on all the screens, and it says "Spin limit reached." Player to last spin is Geun Lapis Blue. You have no idea why it knows your name.
Hey, whoa!
Punishment game, and
I'm being doxxed. Help! Police!
I think like some vents open at the top of the unit that you're on, Geun, and gouts of flame just whoosh out.
Jesus.
Go and make a what's it called? There's it's dodge. Go make a dodge roll to avoid eating shit.
I would love to do a dodge, yeah. Okay. Could I argue that because my my Bangmangi's club harnesses the power of fire, that I could use that in a sort of way to redirect the flames coming at me?
That sounds within the fiction. That feels like dream logic, but also makes sense. So yes,
Okay,
you try to
so
absorb the fire into your Bangmangi club.
Cool. So I'm going to roll dodge.
Use it with the macro below. It's not in the regular character sheet.
No. I was doing that with a +1. What move? +1. Don't fail me now. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Whee.
That's right.
Very nice.
I think yes. Okay. Cool. So you grab you grab your club and hold it aloft, and the jets of flame plow into you and start swirling around the club. And you can feel that you're losing control. It's like the force of this flame is like almost threatening to vibrate the club out your hands. You need to swing somewhere to let it go. And you don't have time to think. You swing and... Oh no, that's where Shinichi's standing. And you all see the kind of fireball kind of fly towards Shinichi. And it's almost in slow motion, and then Reggie stands up and says, "Wait, no! You throw it the other way!" And things jump back slightly, maybe even seconds,
Well.
and we see the scene again of the the gouts of flame flying towards Geun, catching them in the club, flinging them, but no, not that way. It's this way, and you fling it harmlessly into the air, where it kind of like explodes like fireworks.
Huh. Wow. Are we cognizant that this has happened?
That was weird.
Yeah.
You remember doing this incorrectly and torching Shinichi, but
Shinichi!
Can we have a chat about this, Geun? Your instinctive direction of throwing fire. Looking slightly unimpressed.
Sorry, in my mind, you're so small, I thought it was going to go over you.
I don't think I want to play this game. This game seems rigged. After all, haven't you been observing the how other people are playing the game? After all, it's only natural, and a wry smile appears on his lips as he is like, well, I could simply explain how this game is actually played in one, quite simply, if you'll allow me.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
All ears.
There is like a proper kind of like how to put this, if he was the kind of person to have glasses and push them up, that is the kind of thing that would occur, but instead he smiles wildly, being like, let's see if this works, please work with me. Roll 20, yeah, there we go. Yes! In fact, if you looked at all the wheels as they spin around, it seems that actually all the icons on the wheels are shared between all the reels and not just a single one. So when somebody pulls a reel, it actually appears only on theirs and can't appear on anybody else's. So the fact that the one person got those 3 spikes, it's not because he was unlucky, it was because everybody else pulled all the other options and all he was left was spikes. The game was rigged from the very start.
Yeah, I knew that.
Reggie, you figured that out quite quickly.
Well, it's only natural. After all, you see, I'm amazing at games.
Whoa! My man!
Old games, new games, games that haven't been released yet. I understand them all. I've seen them all. I've played them all.
Fucking player of games over here.
Like it.
Yes, Reggie Mendoza stands before you in a new outfit and having awoken to their mythos as everyone else changes. His already very expensive peacock print hoodie turns into a peacock print like leisure suit, a really, really expensive formal wear suit. A crown made of 777s and playing cards appears on his head. A hologram visor swooshes across his face. His hair becomes even more protagonist-like. It's simple, really. Don't you understand? Well, I suppose you wouldn't. You're not the hero of this story.
Hey.
Reginald, I thought you lost earlier today. I wonder what really happened.
I lost earlier today, you say? Well. I'm sure if you were paying attention, he says, tapping the side of his head, to that game footage, you would see that it's been doctored in some very interesting ways. But we wouldn't know anything about that, wouldn't we, Shinichi?
Lucian turns to look at Shinichi.
Geun goes, like joins in the stare.
Don't know what you're implying, he'll say, deflecting terribly.
But it's fine. You played the game the way that you wanted to, and I got caught out, and I lost. That's fine. We can't win them all. But tricks like that will only work once, after all. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, well, you might never be seen again. Shall we try another game?
I think... And there's like a big grin on Geun's face. Yeah! Game on!
All right, shall we try? What should we try? The one that was about like idols or whatever, or the one with the void in the title? Both seem pretty interesting.
I'll let Lucian. You pick next.
To check, I didn't see the spelling. Is that IDLE or IDOL?
You hear the sound of otherworldly, possibly in the eldritch sense, J-pop in the background, and you can guess.
Let's go with the idols. I've been a bit tired of the void of late.
Good choice, good choice. As you all kind of like move across the game floor to another kind of like area, and it seems what is my box text for this? It's like a poker game, but there's like a really large what looks like a gashapon machine, and there's a long queue of people up against this row of gashapon machines, and dutifully they put in coins, dutifully they turn the handle. Some of them are praying, some of them are holding lucky items, some are hopping from foot to foot with their eyes closed, and inevitably most of them leave disappointed. But you see one of them go, yes, an SSR! Yes! And they hold it above their heads, and they're holding like a playing card or a trading card or something.
It's like what is that video that song with the music video where the cowboy appears in the sky and he goes like
Yeah. Yes.
like that sound plays.
That kind of energy. Yeah. It's definitely that kind of and it seems that these cards are used for whatever game this is.
Oh, I wonder if this is like that, what was it, Dungeon Dice Monsters?
I think
Legally distinct.
I think there'll be less coin machines and more credit card slots. Thousands upon thousands of tries flushed down the toilet of loot boxes.
It seems that people have been putting in their gold coins given at the front desk into this machine, and you see people being like, oh man, that was my last one. And like some heavies show up.
Well, it is a little concerning that we don't have any others than our the ones we were handed when we came in, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing go wrong.
A heavy shows up. And yeah, they look like... Ooh, Sunichi, you've met this type of guy before. The slicked hair, the expensive suit opened too many buttons down but worn sloppily, the wide rictus grin. They are definitely mafia. But their eyes... And you make eye contact with them, and the eyes rattle around in their head. They're dice. Those aren't actually eyes at all.
I shall immediately avert my gaze and sort of... Ugh.
And you can tell inherently that this, whatever this is, it is called a snake eyes salesman.
Hey.
As multiple of them go up, retrieve the person who put in their final coin, and kicking and screaming drag him away.
Well, I guess you could say they gotcha.
I mean, I suppose you could that. I got so. I have a good feeling about this one. One could probably say I'm already well dressed for it.
There seems to be an attendant who is giving out starter decks, essentially. It seems that this game is played by everybody putting their decks into a pile, and that's what's dealt out for poker hands. And then, as you watch this being played, the poker hands then have like an idol, like singing and dancing battle. So then it's like a rhythm game element, and it's all very confusing. But it seems that going into it with very good cards kind of helps a lot.
Very simple and straightforward. Excellent. Yeah, Lucian is happy to step up to the plate, holding one of the big Mario coins in hand, ready to. Is there a slot that it's put in, or is it just handed off to one of the attendants?
It seems that playing the game is free. Using the slot machine to get better cards costs coins.
I'll definitely I'll put a coin in the slot to see if I can equip myself well to start off.
Okay. Give me a change the game roll, which is one that's in the regular City of Mist and not one of the Void Heart Symphony moves.
Right. Let's see. Anything that I could use for this?
Could I possibly assist?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just thinking what I've got that might...
I was thinking maybe you could use Kim for this, because Kim is all about changing, likelihood.
Yeah.
No,
Kim has a similar kind of karma wiggling available here as well. I forget how we handled teamwork in this previously. It's been so long.
It's been so long since we
all worked together.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the token to appear in the field, and it's not. I'll summon Kim. Don't worry. But I guess it will be a matter of whoever is trying to assist will try and surely there's an assist roll in this game. That's the thing that you can do. Why is that not? Oh,
maybe.
Line it up might be fine to use here.
Oh, that's sensible.
So I line it up with Kim.
So whoever wants to use line it up, so that would be you trying to assist. So if Geun wants to assist, you can use the line it up move, which is a Void Hearts move, and use relevant Kim tags while I desperately try and find a map that has Kim on it.
Got Kim is all about. Let's see. Goblin Unleashed, absolutely. Dang, the other tags are mostly misfortune based, so I don't actually have I only have a +1 for you. Or actually, +1 for myself as I roll this.
Do you want to spend your coin and maybe
I
gamble
was
on it?
gonna say that. I want to spend a coin. Spend a penny.
So you are actually rolling this flat instead.
Yeah.
But if it's a full hit, you get 2 coins.
Alright, line it up. Add modifier. Don't believe in that. Me, all skill, no luck. Find me on Dark Souls with the meta. That's a 7.
It's a mixed success, so it doesn't fail, but that coin is gobbled up by what? You do not know.
Kim eats it.
On a 7 to 9, pick 2. On the 10 plus, pick 1. So basically, this creates an opening for we're going to treat this as kind of like a combat scenario where Lucian can deal damage to this game. But there are the side effects of this line it up is that a foe sends an attack your way. The opening only lasts for a few moments. The foe sees you coming and you'll have disadvantage using the opening. You have to pick 2 here, Geun.
Okay. I'm gonna say that the opening only lasts a few moments, because that is just the case in gacha games. And I would love to see your conception of what is like an enemy in gacha. So the foe sends an attack your way.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to bear that information in mind. Lucian, remind me, you're actually trying to pull a rare card. You're not going and dueling anybody.
Correct.
Cool. Yeah, go and make the change. I think this is maybe still change the game. Let's see. Yeah, and instead of an opening, you get like you can have this is a mixed success, so a +1 to the roll on top of it for Geun helping you. I think that's an equitable way to make that happen.
Okay, seems fair. Let's see. I think this is Oh, this is pretty baloney. Could I use Manifest Literary Magic to basically manifest a game facts guide for this game to see if there's some kind of tip for like, yes, well, if you hold the B button as the draw happens, then it actually increases your rare drop rate by 5%.
If you hold down and B, you have a better chance of catching the Pokemon. I still do that, by the way. Just out of reflex.
Isn't it?
If you don't, anyone who doesn't do that is a freak. Is a cop, yeah, freak cop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds like fun. This is the dream space. This guide to this gacha game that doesn't exist appears in your hand.
This guide is written by, I think, like Anime Rocks spelled ROXXX 337, and it has a big ASCII version of the game's title at the top of the game fact, like all of the good ones do. Now, I'll roll to change the game and get a frickin' 7.
Oh man, we've been rolling kind of mediocre this game, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes. So you get 2 juice. You can spend it on creating a story tag, burn a power tag or story tag, or reduce a status. Give or reduce a status. Technically, this game, these coins are statuses you have. So if you can find a way to narratively justify you gaining a coin out of this, you could.
I do like the idea of instead of getting a helpful card, the machine just spits out 2 coins.
Yeah.
I think it's rolling and then it hits like a treasure chest kind of icon that has a oh man, I'm totally picturing the treasure chest has like chibi art of VTuber Koku. I mean, some kind of anime character. No idea.
Shout out.
Twitch.tv/Karakuma. Who is she though? Ooh,
who's she?
I gotta go check that out.
It sounds like a very good variety entertainment channel that I should definitely subscribe to.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my gold is now 5, correct?
You have 1 gold initially because everybody gave you 1 gold. Or hold on. Wait, how did I?
Yeah, no, we all got 4 gold each, right?
No. I think I might have misexplained.
Right. One gold.
Gave
each.
out 4 gold coins, 1 to each of you.
Okay. So now we have 2. Okay.
Yeah. So you now have 2 gold coin. To go and talk about what happens on the reflex of what happened to Geun betting that coin, and the coin vanishes, and somebody sending an attack your way. You hear the kind of like footsteps of another Snake Eye salesman, and they're like, "Oh, somebody's out of coins? Well, only winners can be in the Peril-con." And it starts menacingly advancing towards Geun. Penniless Geun.
Could I step forward and attempt to assist on this one? Sonichi will smile and say, it's alright, I was just holding on to the rest of them for him. And then with a sort of, given manipulating and creating things out of this environment's definitely par for the course for this particular adventure. I'm going to attempt to produce 2 coins, turn 1 coin into 2, using make it look like the original. The laws of man don't apply to me, and smuggling.
Yeah, I think this is a change of the game roll to do. Are you going to bet your existing coin on it?
Yeah, why not? All for ruining things. So I'll roll at +2. Like what? Oh, hang on, no, is it? It's that one. Yeah. Oh, yep. Knock 1 off that.
Yeah, full success.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that 1 coin doubles into 2. And you have 2 power to work with. So you can give and reduce statuses. create story tags. Basically, you can kind of do what you want and we'll work out the mechanical effects on it of the other side. But you can see what's on that list. I don't need to read it to you.
Okay. So I'll for creating a story tag on a sort of almost look thing that I'm actually with the twiddling and creating stuff. We shall add shiny 3-star gacha card. Idle card, as Sonichi produces one to give to Lucian. And I think the other one will be +1 coin, I think.
Sure, yeah. So
Going,
there is
going.
a you I guess do you give that bonus real coin to Geun, or do you give the fake coin you duplicated to Geun?
I mean, I feel I should give him the fake one after receiving a fake card from Geun at some point in the past.
But you don't know.
No, I don't know that. No, I'll give Geun the real coin.
No, but okay, never mind.
No.
You can obviously freely pass coins between each other when there isn't like staff staring you down.
Yep. And I'll say, oh, Lucian, I had a bit of luck with the thing, and flick some sort of horrendously detailed idle card, which has low tier art, but is horribly foiled and starting to bend slightly around the edges, and that's sort of way that foil cards do.
Is it going to be one of the fucking secret lair cards, Rez? It's a secret lair edition idle card.
Yeah, absolutely. It's completely out of the set from some heavy metal band crossover that they decided to do.
The card's technically legal, even though there are no equivalents in. I'm not going to do this, but
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky! What is she wearing?
What is she wearing?
It is really not a lot of whatever that is. Well, thank you. It looks like this is going to make up for makeup and power what it lacks in taste.
The snake eye salesman's eyes rattle at all of you, and then they walk away.
It's anime girl Toby Keith. Got it.
I guess, Lucian, you now have an improved card to try and play the game.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
As you let's put some tense music on, because this is tense poker bullshit. Here we go. Nice. You look around the other people at the table, mean mugging motherfuckers, a lot of them. Decent number in baseball caps and shades. I have maybe watched professional poker on TV for like 10 minutes once, but seems what they all look like to me. They all kind of like push their cards onto the table. You see some solid 3 stars. You see a 5-star. You see a promo first edition idle card from 3 years ago. That is apparently still tournament legal. Put and shuffled in a deck together, and the cards are then spread across. In addition to the cards that you offer up, they're all spread face down in a kind of like grid, and you go round robin style picking cards. Before you go and pick your cards, Reggie says, "I've already got this sold. I've seen the outcome," as he like leans over your shoulder and you see like a glint in his eye. Pick this one, and this one. Do you take his advice?
I do, yeah. Lucian gives him a sidelong glance and then shrugs and takes them even in that order.
Yeah, go and give me a it's confront. There we go. Confront makes sense. Go give me a confront roll at +2 for using Reggie's precognition.
Okay, will do. Oh, thank you, Reggie.
Hell yeah. Describe, I guess, the hand of idols you create together.
God, I think the first one is like Sunset Fairy tilde Winter's Bane Resort Edition. So it's like this is clearly you had one character design and then this is that character, except for like a Christmas version they made an alternate version that has like a hidden ability that is way better than the standard one. The next one is just Matsune Hiku, and who is legally distinct because she has 3 pigtails.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
That makes no sense, but I'm into it. Just floating on the top of her head, the third one.
Yep. like a unicorn horn.
Thanks, I hate it.
And the third one is Kyubu-chan, which is it's just like got it to GameCube with anime eyes. But it also has a big star wand that rotates and floats around it. That's how it dances and battles.
And yeah, you reveal this hand in kind of like a flourish, and they all kind of like pose together. And as they go and kind of like hit each other player in turn, the players themselves, not like the other hands, they go like ah, and coins fly out of them, and you gain 4 coins off the 4 additional players you were fighting.
Nice.
Money. I'm now at max coin.
Max coin.
Coined up.
Yeah, I think for no reason at all, upon you gaining these coins, like it would be a hologram pop-up, except you could swear to God it was solid. Coin up text just kind of appears in front of you.
Lucian like jumps out of their seat, does like a 360 spin, and then holds their hand in the air as the coin up text with the coin hovers there and goes, Wahoo!
It's me, Lucian. Luciano.
Hey,
wow.
Great work, Reginald. But what do we use these coins for anyway?
Well, didn't you hear? But I guess two kind of thoughts from 2 separate people happen at once. From Reggie, well, didn't you hear? You got to play the baby games to get into the big rooms, and I think we just won at a baby game. And Sidichi thinks, well, didn't you hear? These are real gold.
Yes, real fake gold.
Well, yeah. We'll see how real these gold coins can be, depending on how things go. In fact, the plasticine-faced attendant comes up and is like, congratulations! You can play easy games. How good for you. It seems that you have been selected to go and take part in a much more interesting gamble. Are you all interested?
I think so. I've always preferred chess to checkers, as it were.
Very good, very good. Follow me. And he kind of like leads you away off this main floor to another part of this casino hotel convention center. You still don't really understand what kind of building this place is supposed to be. You all arrive in a what looks like an old school style gaming parlor. Very relaxed, quite luxe looking. Oh, I summoned Kim, but didn't put him on the visible layer because he turned out to not necessarily be necessary. But he's here now. Kim's here now. Hi. Seems you're pretty good. I was like considering whether I might like steal cards from other people or whatever, but it seems the new guy here is good at it already.
This guy's a real gamer. I don't know how he does it. He's never played any of his games before, but he's just really good at all of them.
He seems really lucky. I don't like that. I'm
No.
supposed to be the lucky one, he stabs his
Well,
foot.
you can always make him unlucky, because he's getting a little too big for his britches. You know, he's-
Reggie's nose has been pointed directly in the air in terms of like maximum pride as he will walk towards this kind of like lounge area. There is, a gambling table. There is a bar area with a bartender. The door that you came in, and nothing else. You see windows to outside, but there's like nothing beyond those windows. Like, not even a skybox, as it were.
Okay.
Well, here's your next stop. This is the game. Your dealer will be with you in a moment. Have fun now. And the attendant steps out of the door that you came in, and the door slams shut in a heavy metallic way.
I hope this isn't one of those escape games.
Oh, please no. Sonichi will look over at the bar. Why is every single thing on this bar some sort of Monster brand energy drink?
No, that's not true. Look, they have balls.
They've got gun flavour. Wonderful.
Actually, Sneechy, you see some of the drinks menu is exactly the same as the drinks menu in the collective unconscious you rescued Yusuke Tenma from. But if this is Reggie's collective unconscious, he wasn't there for that. How did that information get here?
I'll actually flag this with the group. These look familiar drinks.
These aren't? Did they?
No, sorry, these look familiar drinks. I'll say displaying the menu.
Okay. Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
Are these
not
the ones that turn someone blue?
that was the whole thing when Kim and I took a drink when we were saving Yusuke, and it gave me a color the entire time.
Oh, are we going to be playing some kind of Twister or something like that?
Wait,
It doesn't really strike me as a gambling game, but I suppose. See.
who's Lucian? We've not really stopped to ask the question whose collective unconscious shard this is. How come things we know we've already seen are showing up here?
That's a good question. I assumed that it wasn't any of ours. Lucian says, I think Lucian looks back at Reggie and then saying ours turns back to Shinichi and Geun. Since none of us really know anything about games, no matter how much some of us might lie about it, but one of us certainly seems to be remarkably in their element here. But this is an interesting twist.
Maybe there's something about the owner that's picking thoughts out of our brains.
If somebody wants to make an investigate roll to maybe think about it real hard, you can. Or we can let it go.
Absolutely.
Alright.
And I'm going to use...
Or
The
actually,
power-
rather than investigate,
Oh.
there's actually a thing for this, isn't there? Within collect, we've not used the Voidheart Symphony moves as much, so I need to remind myself of that shit.
see clear, I think.
Yeah. See clear will be what's most relevant here.
I would like to invoke Lucian's Arcana.
Ooh, because you have 2 ranks in it, huh?
I have 3 ranks of Lucian.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go bring that information up for myself, and I'll read it, or you can read it to the class if you'd like to.
Yeah, so Lucian's Arcana, the Magician. The power I am wanting to invoke is Ex Libris, out of the book. A useful memory suddenly comes to mind relating to the situation. Describe what it is and gain 2 clue relating to that topic.
I think the way that I designed these were kind of like things you can use in the real world and things you can use in the collective unconscious. But to be honest, this is sick, so yeah, you use it. Tell me how your connection, positive or negative, with Lucian is what brings this forth from you. Because Lucian's also in the room and will see you do this, so that's going to be also quite interesting.
So like one of the like Geun just takes a sip of the red drink, and then immediately sepia-toned a flashback occurs to Yusuke's mind dungeon when Geun also took a sip of the red drink, and Lucian reached his their hand forward, I guess, and like, no, stop, and then too late, and the exact thing happens again, and then wait a minute, and sort of like that flashback, that memory, that gesture, the movement, but also the care that exists between the two of them enough to sort of like actually move to prevent such a repeat act, culminates in this sudden realization of, wait a minute, this can't belong to anyone but us, because we are the only ones who have witnessed it. And I think Geun looks Lucian like in the eyes, still like drink up to his lips, and his eyes sort of like narrow, and he gives like a slow nod. What does Lucian do?
Oh man, it's a good question. Lucian, I think, suddenly looks concerned. Is this a knowing nod, as in a like? Is this a nod that Lucian should know the meaning of, or is this a nod that would realistically prompt Lucian to ask what's up?
I think the leap is definitely Geun's own. So I think Lucian would ask, "What's up?"
Geun, you have a really intense look on your face. What's going on?
Come over here for a second. Shinichi, can you keep an eye on Reggie? He's pacing all over. He's making me nervous.
Reggie kind of sits on the gambling table and crosses his legs in a very nonchalant way. Hey, Shinichi, I have a plan. You know.
Let's hear.
Which I'll go over real quickly, and then we'll kind of... These conversations are happening simultaneously, but I'll handle this one with Reggie and Shinichi first. So, I was thinking, this is a gaming tournament that's apparently going on here, and I was like, maybe I can just play the game and win, and then we'll win so much cash. And then we'll have to be taken seriously, right?
You're not wrong. The idea of having such wealth at your fingertips definitely has some appeal.
Yes, but I don't know this game at all. So it seems that it might have to go for a different tack. In fact, since they have so much gold to throw around, why don't we just steal the cash prize? They've got to keep it here somewhere, right? The pot must be massive, especially if this is a convention this huge.
You're not wrong. Suddenly turning this from a gaming convention into Hilgrin a heist.
Indeed. What more intriguing game, huh? And if you can beat me at a game with your trickery, can show me up, then you're clearly hot shit. For your age.
I try, I'll say. Look, trying not falling into the flattery trap.
You're wondering. You wonder for a second whether Reggie is calling you skilled because you're young, or skilled despite the fact you're old, and you choose not to think about it too hard. Meanwhile, in the corner, with Geun and Lucian.
So, I just had an epiphany, like a flashback, because I'd made the same silly mistake I did in Yusuke's dungeon. But that was such an exact replica of that moment just now. There's no way in hell that anyone, like, no one was there but us. Kim was there, you were there, Shinichi was there. No one else witnessed me making the huge mistake, basically. But how come the setup's the exact same? I don't think that can happen. It's too much of a coincidence.
I have a theory, though I will say you're leaving out two people who have witnessed that in one way or another.
Well, I guess I am. There's a reason why I called you over and not Shinichi. Because when you punched me in the face, that's when I knew I could trust you. Shinichi, well, he's too small.
What?
It's a wrestling thing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I got confused. Didn't remember punching. Well, anyway. Now, Sabine was present before, and so was, well, I guess in a more metaphysical sense, the owner of that particular dream. But I don't think that either of them are responsible for what's happening right now. Reggie certainly seems to be in his element to a concerning degree, but thinking about Shinichi's role in this, I'm concerned that this Shinichi may have his fingers in the pie.
That's what I'm thinking. Because he just the field called us. He'd been called by Shinichi, and I just stumbled upon a shard of these collective unconscious. And then he wanted to really hurry us along without really explaining what was going on. And then...
What do you think he's looking for?
I'm not sure.
Well, Geun, you have 2 clue to spend.
Oh. Well, I will spend a clue then.
Ask me a question.
What is Shinichi's goal?
Interesting. A way to answer this in a way, because you out of character you already know, but I'm trying to think of a way to deliver this information in a way that could give some interesting intrigue. You while you're on the bar, you knock the cocktail glass of red paint, pretty much. And it spills across a cocktail napkin, and the pattern of it that it kind of spills on the other side, it looks like because these are all like reading behind, because this is Lucian's ability, they're all kind of like visual implications of the truth. Actually, I'll leave that to Shinichi to answer. So this like paint spills across a cocktail napkin, and the kind of like rough Rorschach like looking ink blot shape could remind you of something that has to do with Shinichi's goal of fact, stats, or cash extracted, I guess.
Okay. I'm almost tempted to go a bit more obscure with it, where the Rorschach blob almost looks like somebody on their knees with a large image of a sort of shadow holding a weapon behind them. However, in front of the kneeling person, it almost looks like 3 other people almost in a bubble being pushed away.
Okay. Oh, I guess like what would that evoke in? Because like Geun knows nothing about Shinichi's personal situation. Like he hasn't shared anything at all. So, like, I guess what would Geun like? What image, what impression does Geun have with this from this? And I guess I'm asking Tom.
That the person kneeling is probably Shinichi under threat, and it looks like he's trying to either protect or push away some other people.
Interesting. So that's your goal, but right now you're being suspicious in a casino games convention. So that's so I'm gonna have to let that simmer for a little bit.
You can hold on to that second clue to spend later if you would like.
Yeah, absolutely. But I guess like popping back to the conversation with Lucian, I don't know, but if he can't be upfront about it to us, then I can't assume it's gonna be anything good, you know? Because, we already kind of helped him out of the fire with the card situation. Geun turns to the camera.
Are you concerned that his loyalties may not be properly aligned?
I'm thinking that right now he's using us for some business thing. And whether or not we let ourselves be used, because right now, looking at Reggie, that is someone we need to help out of here.
Indeed. I'm concerned for Reggie. They've been on a hot streak, and I don't want to see what happens when the pendulum swings the other direction.
Yeah. Our main priority is making sure that doesn't happen, or be there when it does. And, you know, whatever Shinichi's whole ordeal is, whatever he's got planned, whatever's written in the stars for him, we'll confront him about it. And we'll make sure that he can't Napoleon of crime his way out.
Indeed, I don't think we can solve one without the other.
With that, I think a movement happens in the middle of the room, like a space opens up in the middle of the floor with a rumble, and an object, an entity, a thing, kind of emerges from the floor until it rises in the room with a clunk, and it is a gigantic cartoon peacock. What? Its tail feathers seem to look like the panels in a roulette wheel.
Ooh.
And you can, in the way that you have been able to tell the names of every daydream you've come across almost inherently, its name seems to be Avarice Feathers.
Really good design. That's some excellent symbology right there, Nathan.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender, who is barely a simulacrum of a person, you're not even sure if they even really have a face, but they speak up. Welcome to the roulette parlor. As I re-kick in Money Makes Money. There we go. This is the big bet, ladies and gentlemen in the non-binary. Our resident dealer here is available to afford you a wide variety of riches, but all it requires is a roll and maybe pushing your luck just a little. And in this case, I'm going to step out of character to kind of explain the rules of this game. By being in the same room as Avarice Feathers, you feel compelled to gamble. To gamble with Avarice Feathers, you roll 1d6, and each number corresponds with a result. A 1 is a loss, and you will immediately lose 2 coin and take tased 2. Unavoidable. I'm actually going to lower that to lose 1 coin. Other results do give nice positive effects, but once those are used, they also become losses. Roll until the end of time, the kind of bartender says. Have fun gambling until your last breath.
I think we're in. Hold on, let me work on this one-liner real quick. I think.
Okay, go on. No, take your
No. This is in character. This is going on. Like, hold on.
You've got it. Do you have it now?
Yeah. No. Let me. Can you give me like a dramatic intro? Okay. Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Oh.
This just raised the stakes for all of us. Is that anything?
Reggie golf
Sorry.
claps.
I suppose that's about what this deserves. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's not like we're going to, Lucian says, and then looks down and sees their hand, like, extending out a coin.
You now have a die in your hand, and you have no idea how that got there.
I must have not been paying attention to what I was doing there. But I mean, I suppose while I have this die, I might as well roll it.
No, Lucian, it's all about self-control. We can't let this particular trap catch us, Shinichi, having thrown the dice.
You've thrown the dice already, Shinichi. Go roll me 1d6.
Oh my goodness.
Big words coming from you.
3.
That's a 3.
Congratulations, Shinichi. You win the prize. Gain advantage on next roll.
Oh, that's wonderful.
3
Okay,
is now a loss.
Now we'll stop while we're ahead. We can just not roll anything after. Oh,
Actually, no, for real. Go and you turn to try to come through the door that you came through, and there's no door there.
Nathan.
Hi.
Can there be a door there?
There will be a door there. It just takes more than it takes a couple of rolls. You're not stuck.
Okay.
You're not permanently here, but it will cost more than 1 roll before you can exit this room.
I know.
Yes,
I know.
this
I was just asking for a fast pass out of this puzzle room. But no.
It's not even the puzzle room. It's just your opportunity to gamble, I guess.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, trust me, as Lucian was saying, you know, well, great, now we can safely leave. Lucian turned around and started to walk out, then noticed that the door was gone. What the? And then heard the sound of a die clattering along the table, and turned around and saw their own die arcing through the air and landing on the, like, oh, damn it, I did not. Let me roll a d6 and
That's good.
You take tased 2. Actually, genuinely, I'm gonna do this because it's a nice reference for Will. Avarice Feather's beak opens up, and out of it, a lightning bolt shoots you, and 2 coin just evaporate as you take tased 2. There may have been swans in this monster's ancestry. Nobody can tell.
Are you okay?
I feel great. Thank you for asking.
We gotta be careful about.
Oh, you don't say.
We really gotta be careful about what we're gambling here. I think we're betting.
Why are we gambling? Why is this happening?
And I don't think we should be gambling anymore. And as Geun is saying that, Kim is rolling a die.
Yes, very good.
He's like, yeah, this is fun. That's a 2.
Yeah, you gain a single use of the tag Lucky.
Oh. Actually-
Okay, listen, now we've all had our fun. Okay.
Why are you all stressing about this? Reggie says, after all, this game is rigged, so why not just, like, counter-rig it? And he kind of, like, looks away and throws the die over his shoulder backwards. It lands on a 6, and he gains 3 coin.
Oh, okay, listen, I did that before accidentally, and I got tased for it, so this is balderdash. Okay, but why is this happening? Why?
It's the thrill, right?
But who? Oh, Shinichi, why are we here?
Ooh,
I
I should probably have ratcheted up the tension set music for a while, but I like the fact that we're all getting electrocuted to smooth jazz.
Electrocuted to soft jazz, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, let's push up the tension just a little bit with that question, considering.
I assume to find the core of this place and whatever's running it.
We're gonna take every single coin they have.
Is that right?
Yeah, why not? After all, this place is filled with riches. And you all seem to be really skilled or have weird abilities. I have weird abilities. We could take this place by storm.
Reggie. You really do believe in this now, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I believe in my own abilities first and foremost. You can only trust your own skills after all, but you all seem competent.
Shinichi, do you... What really happened at the start of this?
Tanichi will look a little bit, well, certainly, he say he looks shifty. He always looks shifty. Truthfully, I'm not. I thought I knew, but I'm currently trying to process a new theory. I'll say. I thought this might be Reggie's world, but I'm not 100% sure now.
Indeed, I feel the same way, but surely you noticed with the drink there that the list of suspects is rather narrow.
Well, there's
Is it
only
not?
one of us not here, which concerns me a little.
Yes, but none of this strikes me as Sabine's territory.
All of you can hear, like, out of the window, like it's somewhere outside, even though it's inky black outside. You hear the long, low horn of, like, a large freighter ship leaving port.
Surely not.
Shinichi, you can probably infer, but for Lucian and Geun, that means nothing.
Anyway, I think the sooner we progress through this place and find out what's making it tick, things should hopefully become more clear.
Reggie hops off the table. So you're helping me go and steal every coin this place has, right? And then they'll take us seriously.
Lucian looks at Reggie and then looks at Shinichi. I think we're already looking at what's making it tick.
Ooh.
What? Don't you want to be taken seriously? Do you just want to perpetually be thought that you're a kid, that you're a bad leader, that you can't make decisions for yourselves, that you're weak?
Lucian looks at Reggie. No, Reginald, I don't think anyone would
Don't
want that.
call me Reginald. It's Reggie. Did I introduce myself as Reginald to you? Or maybe you just weren't listening, seemed to like the sound of your own voice more than anyone else's.
I'm very sorry, Reggie. I wonder, and Lucian slowly turns their gaze towards Shinichi. I wonder what made you feel this way in the first place.
Indeed. Well, while you guys go and puzzle over which of you is the traitor, like this is mafia or werewolf or something, at the suggestion of mafia, Shinichi, you feel weird. I'm going to go and claim the prize. And he walks towards the bar behind you. The other exit is behind the bar, by the way. You guys are just terrible escape rooms, he says, kind of like muttering to himself as he kind of like pushes the simulacrum of a bartender out the way, pulls back on the kind of like bookshelf of spirits, and there's just a door behind it.
All right, if he's leaving by himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just give Kim like a little heads up, like, yeah, tag him. And I want to affect his fortune in some way, because he is this gamer is having a heated moment, and I'd like him to to step down from the energy. So I'd like to unleash the goblin in some way.
Yes, absolutely. I will also invoke the tag, oh no, he's pranking me. So your weakness tag will also apply here to... I guess this is a change the game roll, since you want to apply a tag.
I'd say so, yeah. Let's see. So I'm going to use my Goblin Unleashed and Humble the Pompous tags.
Would you like to bet some coin on it?
No, I wouldn't, but thank you for asking. So I'm gonna roll change the game with a +1 because the weakness gives me -1, right? So -1 total. Let's go. Oh no!
Oh no! Someone's getting pranked.
I'm getting pranked myself.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of an interesting way to go and make this kind of like prank happen. Reggie turns to all of you and smiles incredibly wide and is kind of like, well, I've already learned a lot from the three of you. You seem to know how this works, and I've kind of picked up how things go. And if it comes to it and you decide that you want to come after me, well, I've already seen all your tricks. So, ta-ta for now, unless you want to be a friend and help. I'll leave you all in here to kind of stew over your decisions for a while, but I'll catch you later. And Kim turns back and goes, fuck you!
Yeah.
So
Screw you.
Shinichi takes his hat off and fans himself with it slightly and sort of, this might have been a slight error.
And with that, I think we're going to call it there for tonight, everybody. Thank you for coming along for this ride. This has been an interesting one.
This was wild.
Yeah. Very, very strange. Things are going in. I'm glad. I think I was largely able to kind of keep up with everybody's decisions in a way that kept everything good. And oh my god, emotional roller coaster moments. Jesus Christ. The start of this game was heartbreaking. Man. Gosh. Shall we do some comments and kudos?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Who would like to give kudos first?
I'm gonna give kudos to Will, because that fucking commentator fighting game thing was so fun. That was I clipped that. I'm gonna when the VOD is up of this, I'm gonna clip some more bits because we kept that all going for like 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, that was fun.
So, yeah, that was absolutely like one of just like as a GM, I love doing those characters of like hype beasts or like people who like are very snarky about what's happening, but like very, very excitable about it. So I just got to like pour my heart and soul, and you were just like there to bounce off of that. So
oh hell yeah! No, I love I love playing bit characters like that, and especially I love moments when GMs will, be like, okay, well, this player isn't in the scene. Here, you can play this, background character, this NPC or whatever. That's always fun. So that's a little plus to Nathan also. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
I think I'll have to give mine. Certainly, I was going to pull up the that pair off because that was spectacular. But the scene with Geun's mother at the start and his father was top tier. I like that. It's like, as you say, kind of gut wrenching, kind of. And I always get the impression that Geun's sort of putting on a bit of a facade at the moment, and we'll see how the next session goes. That it might get picked out a bit more.
Yeah, no, I like the. I like doing the voice crack. I think that got Nathan a little bit.
When I was kind of like, Kim gives you a hug, and I was like, oh no, I made myself sad. This is so sad. Yeah.
I'm glad you kept with that. I was half expecting it to all turn, and you look down and Kim is there. He's got his arms around. No, he's just humping you. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, within fiction, Kim is still like the kind of like I guess impulsive side of Geun. So even the impulsive side of Geun is upset at this happening.
Yeah.
So
he just like impulsively needs a hug. But thank you, Tom. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Let's see. For my kudos, it is a tough one. Both of you were fun to play off of this session. I think I'm also going to give mine to Ruben because I did quite enjoy our little peeling off to the side and having this thoughtful bit of suspicion, trying to puzzle out what's really going on here. That was a fun conversation. I'm glad we got to have that.
Yeah. I mean, I just really, really love the way that our team is actually not a team at all. We couldn't be more divided. So that's something that, like, I guess, like a shared kudos to Nathan and Tom, because I know y'all been planning this. Y'all been creating assets for this and storylines. So, and this is great so far. I love what you're doing with Shinichi. I love the narrative threading around it. So that's been super fun to play with.
I'm trying very hard not to say too much as we're sort of through the character. So it's like there's also a level of confusion that Shinichi's got and bits I don't know from how Nathan's setting it out. So I've got to sort of play it up as I know things are a bit suspicious and off, but I don't know what's going on myself. So
yeah, we're all kind of developing this together as it goes. This one is definitely more improv-y than the rest for me as well. So yeah. No, I'm glad everybody's along for this kind of very odd ride that this has become. Because the thing that I've planned with Shinichi, that could have happened literally at any point. That could have happened near the start of this session if it wanted to. So when it shows up, it's going to be like all the more Frankenfurter anticipation, kind of like when those assets get to show up. Because I'm also excited to show those assets off. There's I guess two pieces of art that didn't show up in this session yet.